Guys, welcome, DemEyesRed here, and I'm joined by Project Belgium, and we together are gonna cast the first quarterfinals of DemEyesRed Arena Cup, and it's gonna be between Tim and BacT, and I'm really hyped about this. First matchup is gonna be Spanish against Turks. Belgium, are you fine with the colors? Do you think orange, your favorite color, versus gray is fine? Should be, right? Or shall we go for...
I had them still set to team colors, but yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. We could also go for team colors, right? I don't know. So maybe that's more professional, right?
Yeah, maybe the orange is a bit hard to see for some players.
We'll go for this one. So we got, for me, BacT is blue now, Tim is red. I know about
same.
you. Perfect. All right, so we got Turks versus Spanish, Belgium. What do you think?
Well, both gunpowder civs, both can go for 1TC unique units. Spanish can also go for monks, but I doubt it against monks. One thing that we have for BacT is that both his stones are quite exposed. So maybe if team scouts that, he for a Thrush.
Yeah, true indeed. The stone situation might be a bit tricky. You're right with that one. Two gunpowder civilizations, Turks and Spanish. In our video, we considered them as tier number 2 because they have this possibility to go crazy on Castle Age, build this castle, and then basically pump out their unique units. The question is going to be who's going to be more efficient, faster paced conquistadores, or just the Janissaries, or are we going to see something else completely? So you said it's 2 exposed stones, not ideal. BacT in his base also has some good gold, which I like to see. That's all about it. For Tim, we got good back stone, good back golds, 2 of them, the primary one, the secondary one, and to the front there's not much to say, just the stone is outside and the 3rd gold. I like the base of Tim more. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, same. Tim has a really safe base, but what BacT is going for him is that he has the relics a bit closer to him. He has like 2 relics really close.
No, it's just interesting to see this, really. Also, one thing for the viewers that we need to mention is this is DERAC Arena, so we got this Habibi outfit here. Elephants instead of boars, zebras instead of deers, and also goats instead of sheep. Just for information, those are actually disguised boars. They have 340 HP, and food, I mean, not HP. And with that one, they're just the same as boars. It just looks different. The only difference is, of course, that we have outside resources instead of the potential that they're gonna spawn inside of your base. So the random resources always in the middle. That's gonna be maybe impactful on Arena here. Would you think? Do you like this actually to have the resources rather in the middle of the map instead of inside of your base?
Yeah, forces you to be more aggressive.
Yeah, speaking of aggressive here, Tim now goes for some early loom. Asking myself what exactly he would try to do with that one. He only has 14 villagers though, and he's not gonna click up or something. He just went for some early loom. Interesting.
Maybe he was scared of the elephant.
Yeah, maybe, but actually they were informed that they are just fine. They're just disguised boars. Maybe not, I'm not so sure. Yeah, that's that. I like the base. So that's all about it for now. Just looking how things are developing. I don't know. I'm just asking you once again, Belgium. Any kind of strats that you would like to go for with these civilizations?
Well, for Spanish, going for conks never hurts. It's a safe bet. And then again, your Turks go for something like light calf, get some relics, and boom. But I also go for gunpowder for Janis. They want to see push, but a lot of options. So we'll see.
Would you prefer? Is it the Janissaries or Conquistadors on Arena? If you had to choose.
That's tricky. Maybe the Janis.
I mean, they are quite strong, right?
Yeah, they have a bit more range, less mobility, but can break in your enemy. A lot of damage.
Yeah, I think so as well. Mobility is maybe not the most important key aspect on Arena in many cases because it's a closed map. There's not much you can do with the mobility. I mean, you can still try to go from A to B really fast with mounted units. You can always do this, but I feel that Jennies, for instance, have an advantage. They just get boosted in comparison to on other maps, for instance, Arabia, where they can be surrounded really easily. But regardless, strong civilizations. I like the choices here, starting with Spanish and Turks. Looking forward to seeing also the other games. But for now, just a calm game. And also no one's outside, actually. No one's going for some kind of scouting. Just interesting that BacT just starts to push the Zebras right now. That's fine. So no real move out of the base yet.
What time are you at right now?
Oh yeah, good question. Yeah, maybe now that I've mentioned 8 minutes and 10. What about you?
Oh, I'm 9:30.
All right, good to know.
Paused for a bit.
All right, I'll just speed up. I'll put myself on 57 now. It feels more natural with this speed. And yeah, it seems that I'm slightly slower now, slightly slower. I'm Riderman, what's up? All right, I'll just let you know which time are you at?
Now I'm at 9:50.
Okay, I'm just legit 1 minute behind now. But it's good that we are talking about this right now, so the rest of the tournament is going to be way more smooth. Tim is on stone, by the way. That's maybe something significant with that one. Of course, I'm glad to see that no one trushes so far. But this is going to be a castle from Tim. At least that's in the making. BacT on the other side is going for the next stage.
And he has 5 vills on gold.
What could that be about?
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, you could actually... The Turk smush is something that I've not seen too often because Jennies are, I know, a way better option. But I'm just legit asking myself. He's now moving forward with 3 villagers and goes on stone, it seems. And he does that. Okay, interesting build order. He has so much gold on the bank. What does he plan to do?
What time are you at right now?
Yeah, 10:15. And you?
Alright. Yeah, then I'll start playing again.
Right, perfect. Oh, did you just
right
pause
now,
it completely? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now I messed it up. Monks never seen on Arena. Right. Oh, of course. But we'll see how exactly this is going to be like. BacT is up earlier with Villager less. And the key difference is BacT also doesn't have Loom. Whereas Tim, he went for Loom. And he's up later. One more Villager. It's strange. At the same time, looking forward to seeing how this is going to develop. So far, just Tim outside. Tries to go for some scouting here. And he's going to meet BacT very soon. And let's see how this is going to be.
I guess BacT will just buy gold. Because early on it's a bit more to actually mine gold and buy food because of the bonus. That's probably why he has so many gold.
Yeah, that could be. Also something really crucial. Tim engaged in this Dark Age fight against the Feudal Age Scout, and he has now lost it. He has now lost it entirely, and with that one, Tim has no vision anymore. And BacT with the advantage. I'm on 12-18, by the way. What about you?
12-05, so...
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can work with this. That's
well,
fine.
I guess Tim just had to fight because he runs away, then he doesn't do any damage on BacT, so...
Yeah, that makes sense,
like,
right?
Making the best out of a bad situation.
I'd say so. Interesting. BacT is now clicking up here, going for Castle Age. I just hear the sounds of Tim here, who's built his stable, his blacksmith, I'm sorry, and the market. And he's now clicked up as well. Okay, good stuff. But yeah, BacT now with the advantage, let's say. Map vision. With that one, he could think of actually going out and drop the castle rather forward. But maybe he'll just place it inside of his base, because this zone situation also not the most secured one. I know, what would your choice of a castle placement be in his position?
I think I actually would go forward in this situation. With the Janus, you don't have the mobility with the Kongs, and if you place a castle in his face, then it's a lot easier to, then you can back the mobility.
Yeah, that's true. And indeed, he's now going outside here with a lot of villagers. That's 7 in total, and he seems to be really sure about it. I mean, for given reasons, as his opponent most likely doesn't have any vision, And there's no sign of Tim actually going for a blacksmith and a stable. So this is indeed the case, as he wants to go for conquistadors. And BacT now marching forward. It's going to drop the castle in the perfect timing, in my opinion. Reaching castle just now in a few seconds left. And then it's time for the castle going up. The position, though, is the problem. With Tim's good base, it's hard to place the castle in a position where it's going to be really hurtful, right?
Yeah, he still has like a second gold in the back of his map, so fine for quite a long time. And also his main stone is in the back, so.
Yeah, that's the issue. Let me just type in co-cast. It should be working now. People were not able to do it, but there we go. That's Project Belgium was co-casting here. And there we go, Castle Age, and the castle is about to go up here. By the way, Belgium, I'm at 1553. What about you?
I'm like 7 seconds behind you. So
okay, that's maybe.
I think we're running at the same speed
yeah,
now.
that's
so
perfect.
I will skip a little bit and should.
That's perfect. And I'll always keep it at 57 now, speed-wise. I'll just remember. And we see it here. The counter castle is going up for Tim as well. It's defensive, of course. Okay, just to block the way for any incoming pressure from BacT here. The castle's up earlier, of course. Now let's see what's going to happen here. The villagers are now going back, by the way.
Yeah, a nice move from BacT is build a monastery so he can start collecting relics, since he has sort of map control now before the Kongs are out.
Yeah, I think so as well. With that one, just making use of the position and go for the relics, because the more relics you have, the better, of course. As the late game, going to be highly crucial concerning the gold income. And if you got the boost, you can afford more, go for additional units. In the meantime, though, Tim is now producing his conquistadors. This game sound is maybe a bit too loud here, just gonna lower it a bit. Guys, if the sound of Belgium is not loud enough, do let me know. We'll fix that right away. But the pressure is on. Janny's not crazily in the making. I see more Kongs than Janny's at this point. And also the defensive siege workshop by Tim.
Yeah. Not sure if he's going for a ramp push or if just like to make a mangonel.
Yeah. It's strange, it's strange. Probably just wants to go for Mangonel here. Let me just check. He doesn't have the resources for anything right now because he's heavily investing. He's now placed some farms instead of going for any kind of units here. More Kongs in the making. And there's a hole in the wall now. The Jennies are about to go in. Looking good, looking good. The monks are getting their relics. The pressure is on, but Tim now trying to defend himself. Still no sign for what's happening in the siege workshop. So that's about it. BacT not going in. Still staying outside.
BacT is for now missing one relic. Maybe light calf to scout the edges of the map.
Now looking good. Now getting as many things as possible. But he's taking his time as well. Just looking at the villager count, it's 36 to 35. Nothing too crucial for now. No additional TCs for none of the players. For BacT, it's understandable. For Tim, it's a special. But just trying to understand what exactly his plan is going to be like. And that's him actually going out on the right-hand side with his conquistadors.
Yeah, but they will be met up with the Jennies. So
nah, that looks...
sneak.
That's not going to work. If Tim actually wanted to go for the base of BacT, he will meet the Jannies. Yeah, there we go. They're now seeing each other. And this engagement is not so nice if we count in the range for BacT. 2 more range in comparison.
BacT is also making a secondary wall in his base in case Tim busts in with the Kongs.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's really, really good. I like that. Just to make sure that nothing's gonna happen, that his fragile economy is just safe. Fragile because he's on a single TC. If he was raided, of course, his whole forward would break down. But currently, he is well stabilized. And also keeps the Conquistadors under pressure with Janissaries. That's actually quite a tough job, but he does it. Good stuff for now. Really like how it's going here. Nothing super aggressive for the beginning, but now it's actually quite exciting. But Tim is in a really bad position in my opinion. Oh, there we go. He now runs into those monks here.
But the Asbeer.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Rams also by Tim here is about to take down the castle. At least that's the idea. See how successful he's going to be. Because BacT, of course, slow with his Janissaries, needs to address problems from A to B with more time, basically. But looking okay-ish. The Kongs are still there. He lost some Kongs, Tim, but he's now reinforced. He's not giving up yet. He even denied the siege workshop for now. Oh yeah, I mean, what does BacT actually want to do against those battering rams? I mean, that's going to be too difficult to take him down just with Jannies here. That's a tough one. It seems that BacT is kind of failing here. I know. I don't know. Let me check something here, guys. Okay. Petards are in the making. Trying to take down those battering rams to save the castle here. Beautiful stuff. Looking good. Belgium, man, are you still there?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, no,
mom walking.
no problem. I guessed it, so I didn't say anything, of course. But yeah, it's fine then. All good, all good. So how do you estimate the situation? Yeah.
Like the ram push isn't working.
Isn't working, right? It doesn't look too good. Or Tim at least. It looked successful for a moment, but right now not good anymore. Husbandry now for Tim here. The Kongs, they are there, but they're actually not able to have an impact at all. For given reasons, the Jannies are simply too strong. Something else is needed. I just asked myself, isn't it possible to somehow work with mangonels? But yeah, you need to go out, you need to surround the castle, and then attack from the back. That will take so much time. But it's looking quite awkward here for Tim, as if he's somehow not able to find any solution to this situation here.
Yeah, Tim now deciding to add a second TC outside. Wants to expand his eco a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Actually good of him to do that. Wheelbarrow for BacT. Scaleboarding armor, that's an interesting one. So he has a stable and he went for scaleboarding armor. Interesting. Interesting. Beautiful. Ooh, thanks for the host there. Taz, teşekkür ederim. Hoş geldin. And still more stuff going to happen here. Trying to mess up more of the rams inside of his base, but for now, nothing else. Just the amount of conquistadors is increasing as well. But so far, there's no real unit to build up the counter pressure, so to speak. Let's see.
Yeah. Now he's moving out again, but early. Maybe if he has like 5-6 rams, then he can go. Especially now with the mangonel behind the castle, it's going to be impossible to put that castle down.
Yeah. Indeed, there's a mangonel hidden there. Really sneaky. At the beginning, I didn't even see it. But you're right with that one. This is going to be even more interesting because Tim, he doesn't have the chance to do anything. This just gives BacT enough time to constantly hold on with the pressure. In the meantime, though, still we have 2 TCs for Tim, and it seems still a 1 TC setup for BacT. A second one finally being added to the left-hand side of his base. Looking good, but don't you feel that BacT is maybe a bit too slow with the push? Because he's also not really progressing, right?
Yeah, that's true. I guess he just wants to wait until he can get traps and bombard cannons.
Yeah, I think so as well. Indeed, he has now clicked up. What time are you at the moment?
29:40.
Ah, you're a bit too far again. I'm at 28:55 now. I guess.
Yeah, then I'll slow down a bit.
It's no problem. Next game gonna be even smoother. It's good. But yeah, the traps will be nice. But for that one, the castle needs to stay up desperately. For BacT, he tries to keep that one up, but looking okay for now. Okay. Let's see. Tim also going for fletching here. Interesting one. Let's check it out. The Petards on the right hand side, by the way, about to go in there. This could be a bit dangerous. But there's at least a secondary layer, the secondary wall. Not completely closed, though. And the Conquistadors could be fast enough to actually go in. Let's see. Looking good. Stone walls just in time. Yeah.
And BacT also has a second TC at home.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. More protection and also more of an economy. Still, we have a 10 villager difference now, 11 villager that is, but it's more military for BacT. Now that he's going to reach Imperial Age, he will be able to just produce those trebuchets and attack, and with that one he could progress, but needs to hurry up, I feel, because the Kongs are dangerous, but at least the Jannies are now going back to address the problem here.
Ooh, and it might get trapped, yeah.
Oh, he got trapped. Oh my god, man. Why does this happen? That's unfortunate. That's highly unfortunate. But then again, the gate went down. Ah. Unlucky for BacT. It looked actually really well, but then again, now it's freedom for the Kongs, and they will be able to
now
kill
he
a couple of
can
those.
kill some villagers, yeah.
For sure, man. For sure. This is gonna be ugly. This is gonna be really, really ugly here, because he has reached Imperial Age, but now he's not able to actually make use of it because he's about to lose his entire base. Looking tough. Really tough. Yeah, those Kongs
I
are the worst,
guess
man.
maybe Tim will play full Castle Age now.
What do you think so? What makes you think that this is the right choice?
Push the castle from BacT down.
Mm.
Then it will take quite a while for BacT to get a new army, since he the one castle with the Janissary.
That would make sense, but his resources are extremely high for that one. So he decides actually to go against it, I think. Or is he really? Now they're going down again. He just has a lot of gold on the bank. Now invests a lot of food. Why exactly does he do this? More and more Kongs. It seems that he wants to do two things at the same time. Stockpiling resources, but still go crazy with the Kongs. We're now talking about 70 villagers to 44. Belgium, how do you estimate BacT's chances here?
I think he's good. He just has to make sure that the castle in the front stays up. So once the main army base joins up, he should have a solid force to put.
I think this could work. This could work. The castle is down after all. So with that one, still the Jannies are so far behind. Tim once again is given more time. Now he tries to flank the situation on the left hand side. Tries to pressure BacT, but he's now successfully moving to the back. But he's not able to kill those Kongs. Kongs are now dangerously close, and they got +2. With that one, I always feel that they're tanky enough to withstand a bit of arrow fire here.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking sick. Looking sick.
What time are you at, just to make sure?
Yeah, it's 35 now, exactly 35.
Ah, right. Yeah, same for me.
Yes, finally synchronized. There we go, man. Yeah, so chain bounding up for Tim as well. He already went for +1. Now he's going for +2, and that looks like some knights. Indeed, it's still some Castle Age play against the Imperial Age player, but it's also quite some difference. 82 villagers to 53. Tim has the chances to win this one if he gets down the army of BacT, but let's see how successful he's going to be. The choice is actually going for the knights. Do you think that's a wise choice to go against the Jannies with knights?
I guess it's really the only thing he has. It's either that or skirms.
Yeah.
Then if Tim adds mangonels, and the Jannies are pretty good against skirms,
Yeah.
so
Indeed.
Knights is the best thing he has. And then together with some mangonels and rams, good work. Also, Tim rebuilt no castle to the left, to the right of his base.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand the situation. We also have to keep in mind that BacT has all the beautiful relics here. With that one, of course, he has quite some beautiful income. And also those mangonels are getting down. This looks so unfortunate here. The ideas are really good, but he somehow is not able to connect here. All the Jannies are still alive. That's such a demotivating move, in my opinion. That would make me really angry to lose my siege just because, I mean, not just because of good microing by BacT. Unfortunate stuff, but I think Tim can still lose this easily.
Yeah, true. And the thing is, BacT is now on 3 TC, so it's not like he's playing full 1 TC eco.
Right. So with that one, of course, he is given some kind of backup. 88 villagers to 61, still some difference, but at least BacT able to build up some economy at least to some certain degree. And Tim is losing more and more ground. He at least has this convenient part on the back of his base with his secondary gold. Another gold is still left there. And he also has reinforced with guard towers. So that's one way to maybe take care of a couple of enemy units. But we have the forward castle. Another one gonna go up. Oh, this looks quite tough, man.
Yeah. Maybe one thing that Tim could do is try and push on the TC that's exposed for BacT to force the army to defend.
Right.
Then maybe try and catch it in the open, because now with the castles so nearby, he can just easily retreat. Then the knights would melt, but you can force him into the open. He should have a good chance to clean the army.
Man, do you see those knights now approaching? It looks quite sick there. A lot of knights engaging here. We're talking about bloodlines and +2, but there are also a lot of janissaries here, as well as monks. It feels like the knights will not be able to hinder this castle from going up. The villagers are under pressure, but they're also nicely walling themselves up to the right hand side. It doesn't seem too healthy for Tim. He's trying and trying. He even tries to get up this guard tower. There are even conquistadors.
But only 3 villagers.
Yeah, man, this was quite ballsy of BacT. He is about to lose it here, and the castle is going to go up not as fast as the guard tower, of course. We're talking about Spanish, and 100 villagers trying to get this tower up there. Even the second one, that's actually denial of the castle. And look at the HP. 98, 99. It's denied. It's denied at 99%, man. That's incredible.
It was like 40 HP or something.
Yeah, it was like 40 HP, and there we go, man. One more villager, maybe. One more hits with the hammer.
Yeah, and BacT doesn't have vills nearby, so...
Yeah, that castle's not gonna go up. That is quite some good investment of... yeah, well, villager idle time and also all the army for Tim, because this castle could have been, yeah, as Eamon said, the get out of my game type of castle, but not the case, even though BacT is still there. It's not like he is lost now. It was just unfortunate, bad timing there, but he also has a lot of BBCs, a lot of Jennies, one trebuchet, and more vills now incoming here. That castle is about to go up, I feel.
Yeah, I think it will go up as well. I was about to say, I would like to see BacT get some more defense upgrades on his Chinese, and he's doing that exactly.
There we go, leather archer armor is going to increase. And the castle's up, it's on fire though. Ooh, it's about to go down, one more battering ram incoming. Let's see how this is going to go. The castle's now being repaired though. Looking quite nice. He has enough stone on the bank to actually deal with that very situation. Just this one ram needs to go down. There we go. Ooh, 150 HP or something like this was left. But the castle's up regardless. Convenient position. But this was enough time for Tim actually to reinforce here. A lot of knights. Castle H play. 80 military though. And BacT still with 30.
Gonna be tough,
Yeah, man, it's gonna be incredibly tough with that kind of procedure here. BacT is just not stopping. Was demotivating on both sides, but he still kept up the pressure. I just love it. And I just also like the way how BacT is not backing up at all. As in, he constantly tries to keep up the pressure and steamroll from here on. And he will be quite successful, because if he goes further to the left-hand side, that's where the goals are. And with that one, of course, could be hurtful, despite Tim still having the base on the right-hand side, which I really like to see. Those additional TCs and the castle will give him some more access to resources. The question is, will he have enough villagers after this push from BacT to the left-hand side to actually produce more and more units? We'll see.
Yeah, and Tim also went to pressure the gold TC, like I mentioned.
Indeed.
It's gonna be good to try and do at least some counter damage.
Yeah, the question of course is how successful, how much value does this move have? I think it's quite something, because BacT just has this one additional TC outside, and even that one is going to be pressured. We see some typical Tim type of move. Late game guard towers going up here, just not stopping, keeping up the pressure in his own style, and even raiding with his knights and conquistadors. I love to see this. At least some kind of counter pressure to set. But now the question is, of course, who's going to be faster? It seems that BacT is more dangerous, but Tim tries his best.
Yeah, definitely. If BacT can sort of move to the left side and kill all that eco, that's going to be like 30 to 40 vills lost for Tim. So careful that he doesn't get completely pushed there.
Yeah, indeed. It's gonna be extremely dangerous here. Anything could happen at this point. I like the Vol count still. That's one reason why Tim's still inside of the game, because BacT still at 69 and decreasing here, as of course TC is down. Beautiful stuff. How much gold access does BacT have now? Checking out the facts. He has 0 villagers on gold. Still enjoyed 3k relic gold so far. Still has 5 relics in his monastery. But this could change. And Tim has all the gold flowing inside of his base there. So, dangerous stuff. BacT, in my opinion, must not underestimate the situation. I'm sure he is aware, but he should be also aware of the pressure going up in front of his base. I just like it. Tim constantly tries to just survive and survive. And he does it in the most honorable way by just having access to more resources with quite some smart TC placements. Even to the right, far right inside now. Man, he just thinks about the entire map and makes use of it so well. I like it.
Definitely.
Beautiful
While
stuff.
under pressure, while he's under pressure, so...
Yeah, we have to keep this in mind. He is under pressure, still is able to perform like this. Many people wouldn't have been able to just withstand the push of BacT here. Tim is actually delivering some really good fight. Both are doing really well. I like this matchup so far. 2 strong civilizations, a lot of gunpowder, quite some knights, quite some villagers walking around all over the place. It's just so beautiful. And it's not going to stop because the pressure is on. Tim is about to go inside of the base of BacT, and the relics, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them are outside. The monastery is not delivering any more gold. Looking really bad for BacT. Really bad stuff. Really bad stuff. And I know if it's just me, but is BacT about to, I know, crumble here? Because Tim just does not give up here, and no more gold income for BacT. What do you think? Is it over maybe at this point?
Yeah, I think it's over, even though the score says BacT is still ahead.
Yeah.
Looking at the Vil count, it's quite dire for him.
Yeah, the Jennies are now back in the base, but wow. Wow. He's trying and trying. But now mobility is way more important. I said in the beginning, it's not important and so on, but in this case, it's really nice that Tim is actually able to go where he wants to, and the Jennies need to react, and they need time to go there. And this is how BacT is currently suffering. He's maybe able to deal with the situation, but right now the push to the fronts stagnated. And Tim has completely moved out to the right-hand side. He has a lot of gold income, as I said multiple times. A lot of vills are dying for BacT. Really unhealthy stuff. But still not giving up.
Yeah, and Tim is just adding TCs everywhere on all the extra resources. So.
Forward market here, even beautiful stuff. Now marching forward. Oh yeah, guard tower after guard tower. So instead of castles after castles, what I know the Max would do is just adding more and more guard towers here. So beautiful. It's just incredible stuff. Really strong play by Tim. Just didn't give up like this. More stables on the left hand side of BacT's base here coming up. So some flanking, some raiding is going to happen surely. Let's see how BacT is going to survive this, because he's at least added a couple of vills to the left hand side of Tim's base as well to get TC going. Some stone income, but I don't know, what do you think does BacT need to do in order to just survive? And let's say he still wants to go for the win. Of course he wants to do that. What does he need to do? I know.
It's tricky. Yes, if he can get into the... If he can kill all the eco, the left backside of Tim's base, be in a really good spot, but Tim is just an awesome job building guard towers to slow BacT down.
No,
the right side of the back eco from Tim is exposed because there's no guard tower there to protect, so in there he can kill quite a lot.
Yeah, he could, but does he have the time? Does he have the vision? He's trying so badly here, but... And even the situation inside of Tim's base now, a bit tricky. What is the Vil doing that, placing that gate? Probably try to protect something here. If that trap goes down, that would be also unfortunate, but not going to happen. But yeah, we see some raiding. The Kongs are going for it. Now killing some vills here from BacT. We're talking about 118 villages to 45. That's quite some difference here. And therefore I'm not so sure. Even though Tim is trying his best, he has lost his mangonels inside of BacT's base, trying to get this guard tower up, but I think that's not going to work. Yeah, the Jennies are just too persistent here, and the vills will die step by step, so that hasn't worked. But I still feel that BacT is just trying to survive. Not so sure if he can win like this.
And he's trying to pick up the relics again.
No. Indeed. The monastery is up. The monk is trying his best, but I know, I'm just looking at his resources. No real gold income, pressure coming up from the left hand side of BacT's base, a lot of Kongs, a lot of betting rams. Looking unhealthy, man. I know. I mean, there we go, it's GG. The question also is, in my opinion, maybe you can answer this, you as an experienced best of 21 player. You play the first game. You see you have some chances to survive, but maybe not to win the game. Do you want to drag the game even further on? Wouldn't that hurt your stamina? Is that something to consider in a best of 5?
I don't think in a best of 5 stamina is as important as in like maybe best of 9 or 1, like you said, but especially if you are not properly warmed up.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Get out of it.
It will be just okay. Best of 9 or best of 21, of course. Another story. I'm just looking at the time. Wow, this took quite some time, this game. So I'd say we'll just really quickly, I'll just freestyle through the achievements, and then we can go for the next game right away. So just for information, guys, these are, first of all, just updating the score over here, because we've seen Tim has won the first game. Let's just give him the point over here. Bravely fought by both pairs. These are the stats. KD better for Tim in the end. He was more consistent, was more hurtful. BacT had a great start, great pressure, but in the end, of course, still, he started with a 1 TC push and then added a couple of more TCs. Still, it was not enough. And yeah, Tim just boomed as much as possible with numerous TCs. And just looks so nice, man. Uptimes for BacT is better. And 3k relic gold for BacT. Beautiful. Oh yeah.
I feel like the thing that won it for Tim was making a lot of guard towers to push to slow down the push from BacT, and then the counter attack led to him getting a lot of eco from BacT.
Things as well. It was just sick stuff. Just sick stuff. So I'm ready for the next game. How about you?
I need a couple more, then I can. Can you launch the game right away from the game lobby?
Yeah. What I did, I start the game in single player. I learned this from some casting on Escape. They do this as well. I can really recommend this because then you can switch really easily. But no problem. If you need a bit more time, that's no issue at all. Just you know, you need to talk to Drakon and apologize, of course, because you know, if he's just gonna wait for too long, then he's gonna try to wreck you.
I got the game now.
Right. Are you in?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, I mean, you can just stay on 50, the normal speed, and I will just adjust to 57. So 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So welcome guys. It's game number 2. I'm joined by Project Belgium, sorry. And this game is going to be Mongols versus Italians. Nice matchup, if you ask me. Looking quite interesting. I know Mongols, in my opinion, not always the best choice. They can be sick, but also they have their issues on Arena. Italians, they are known to be quite versatile. But their anti-calorie could be also a bit strange because they're bound to a lot of Genoese crossbow and stuff, but not entirely if you want to go for other strats as well. I'm not so sure, Belgium, what you think about these civs?
And like you said, the Genoese sort of counter out the Mongols, but then again, as Mongols, you can go even for Siege Onager to kill the Genoese.
Right.
counter that, the Italians can even go for like redemption monks or for bombard cannons. So it will be definitely a game of counter units.
A game of counter units. That's quite nice. What I'm also thinking is both civilizations are known to click up quite fast. The Italians, for their own reasons, they save. I mean, they have cheaper requirements for each age. The Mongols, because they have the hunting bonus. With that one, they could go for some early fuel pressure as well. I'm just saying because I'm trying to answer this thought or this question by trying to imitate their maybe full random mindset here. Maybe they don't even want to go for some late game. You never know with these players. But yeah, you're right. Game of counter units. If this game turns out to be a longer one, this could definitely happen. I'm just quickly going through the bases here. BacT, nice backstone. The goats still not seen there, unfortunate. Back gold, really beautiful. Also has some resources to the front. The golds, the third gold not so good. The second gold's maybe okay-ish. Stone is outside on the left-hand side, but not too dangerous. It's definitely a fine base. Tim on the other side, trying to get this elephant. Ooh, nicely done here. Good. Ooh, nice lure here of the elephant. Really elegant, and really fascinated by these things. So we have gold here on the right-hand side, second gold outside on the right-hand side, and another gold to the back of Tim's base. The stone situation to the left-hand side and also outside. Maybe slightly worse than the one of BacT, but not significantly. How do you feel about those maps?
Yeah, I think both are fine. Like you said, maybe Tim a bit exposed, but
Yeah.
still has a gold in the back. So
Yeah.
as Mongols, you ideally want to have as this main stone inside. So
Yeah, Magadai are going to be important, right? Belgium, I think you're sometimes cutting off there. Maybe it's because of the TeamSpeak setting. Sometimes in the middle of the sentence. If you got the time to maybe check this one out. If not, no problem.
Right.
Then we'll just try to work with this. But just for information. Maybe just lower this sensitivity, right? This when it cuts you off or something. Maybe that's just one thing, but that's all. So that's that. Looking okay here. By the way, still the goats not have been found. No worries, he's gonna find this one very soon. All in all, this is how it is. The distance between the two bases not the closest for certain. So going out and dropping a couple of forward buildings will be even more of a tough thing to achieve. But I'm really curious now what exactly they're gonna go for in the early part of the game. BacT is going for some loom. And he has maybe the possibility to click up after he's done with the elephant. We're going to see about this one. But this could be some early aggression.
yeah,
Yeah, seems like it. Or what is he going to do? Yep, he's going to click up.
yeah. I was actually thinking that Tim would go for the early aggression because right away he moved out to BacT's base. Maybe he was thinking he could grab goats, but they all spawn inside, right?
Say what? Which spawns outside? The goats?
Yeah, the goats.
Yeah,
and the
they're random.
elephants.
They're random. They're random. Completely random. They can spawn outside.
Ah, all right. Yeah, maybe that was because then he wanted to blame, but
Yeah.
in fact he had everything inside, so he was unsuccessful.
Rokon is already saying Italians crushing the Mongols. Facepalm. Well, we'll see about it because so far, gotta be honest with you, there are a couple of villas on stone here, but there are no forward villagers here. What is he trying to do? Am I missing something here? I thought that timing-wise he should maybe... Ah, there we go. Maybe this could be just okay. Let's see how successful he's going to be with the timing. Because the villas
I
are
guess
still
they're
in
not
space.
that far away from each other, so they'll be
Yeah.
fine. Maybe a little bit too late, but
No, it's okay. It's okay. I guess it's okay. Nice there, deleting the stone wall there. Just doesn't want to... Ooh, nice. Even closing the door. That's some polite move by the villager. And yeah, seems... I mean, there's a chance to even hop over here on the right-hand side of Tim's base. But we'll see about it. We'll see how much of a trash this is going to be. Alright, slowly approaching. And... there we go. First watchtower going up. Tim wanted to actually block the corner there and to prevent the tower hop. Because he has now understood that his opponent wants to go for Trush. And there we go. The vills are there. Welcome to Trush World. That's going to happen. Let's see how successful he's going to be, because Tim is someone who is probably one of the veterans when it comes to towers. And BacT, of course, strong as he is. This is quite some interesting matchup. I want to see how Tim wants to actually deal with this.
Yeah, and Tim already switching a Vil to Stone to counter this.
Darknoob says fix sub messages. I don't know what's wrong with that. I didn't see anything. If so, do let me know once again. But write my name again so I see the message. Anyway, so Tim is walling off. That's the good way, just to have a secondary layer, so to speak. Of course, a counter tower would be nice, but he is on stone as well, just for the record. And on the way to the next stage, 24 Vils. Probably, yeah, definitely wants to go for the cast stage as soon as possible. So let's see how successful he's going to be with that one, because he probably tries to not spend stone on another tower, but has to do it. There we go.
Yeah. Well, I guess once he has like a tower on the berries and mangled, he should be. Yeah, and that's what he's going.
Yeah, indeed. Right inside and left inside. I think this could be just okay. So what do you think? If BacT sees this, I mean, he's going to see that one. If you were in his position, would you then retreat or just still try to commit with those 5 villagers? I know, it's always the question. Do you just want to give up there or just leave it, just continue? It's tough.
Well, I think BacT is going to continue to try and break in, because Tom is building an archery range. So maybe he wants to go for some archers. They can stay inside the tower, and then he can build more towers.
Interesting. Archery range there. Position is also interesting. Would have been maybe better to place it forwards, but probably just wanted to use all the villager time for the sake of getting the towers up. Yeah. We'll see. So the question was about Tim's safe stone, and the answer to that one is no. I mean, kind of. Just this one here. It's not the safest here to the left-hand side. It's definitely not here to the back or something. But yeah, he currently has access to that one. And this tower is important, but it could be denied if the tower on the left-hand side would go up. It's currently not the case, and BacT is not going to be able to spot this one as easily. Let me just check. From BacT's position, he doesn't know about this stone being there. So he lost his scout. This is going to be tough to actually get it like this. Oh, what's
and Tim also has his scout in the corner in case any vills come there.
No, that's perfect. That's so perfect. I love it.
Now he also scouted the extra stone, but there are like 3 lions there, so
yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough. Gonna be a bit tough. Aslan, 4 lions even. Wow. Yeah, we'll see about this. What time are you at, by the way?
15 flat.
I'm 10 seconds behind, but I'm just gonna speed up. I'm gonna do this. Alright, now we're good. So 50, it's kind of okay. 10 seconds, nothing. Alright, beautiful. Alright guys, so this is the current situation. The market has not gone up though, interestingly. Tim's resources also have been utilized in order to achieve some stuff in Field Edge. He could not go for the fast castle, so at least that was successful by BacT. Had an impact there. Also skirms we see from him.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he made that skirm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I legit don't know. Well,
I guess he wanted to keep his range working, but I haven't seen village skirms kill a lot of units in arena games. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's for certain. I mean, skirms in general. Skirms war. We had this at the show match with Tato and Doubt. The last game. Doubt said, yeah, I guess the people are now curious to see that we ended the game with Skirms War. It can happen, but yeah, in Arena it's quite a rare sight to see. I mean, they are of course being utilized, don't get me wrong here, but it's rare to see them just as early as this, and also just exclusively being used in the late game. But sometimes magical players are able to utilize and achieve magical things, and BacT is currently trying to surround the base of Tim. which is really good. Even tries to scout with the skirm here. If he goes a bit closer to the gate there on the right hand side, on the left hand side of Tim's base, would have actually spotted this beautiful tower. We'll see. We'll get it.
And he's also trying to build a tower on the other side, but Tim spotted him and already built his own.
Let's see.
Should be fine on the gold.
Oh yeah, indeed. Oh, he even loses
yeah.
those villagers. Oh my god, man. 2 vills down. 2 villarinos down. Oh, that's... Oh yeah, I thought that was a tower. But yeah, that's actually an excellent outpost there. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
One tile.
Damn. Alright.
That's really unfortunate.
Because the thing is, BacT has not seen it, but Tim saw the... Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, now he probably assumes with the tower that something's there.
Ah.
Yeah, he won't be able to do damage. Maybe the tower he's building now will like
Yeah.
1 or 2 vills of the berries, but not really the biggest achievement.
Yeah.
Also, resource-wise, Tim is about to click up to Castle Age.
Alright. There we go. Castle Age, Tim. Will be interesting to see what exactly he's going to go for. I mean, he's so heavily on stone, utilizing all the stone for all the towers. But ideally going for Magadai would be the best thing with the Mongols, you would say. But then again, the Italians might have some answers. So as you said, some counter could happen. We'll see about it. Checking out the resources of BacT at this point. Well, he's not too far from clicking up neither. Is heavily on gold, needs a market desperately actually to balance these things out, because he obviously wants to go for some kind of, well, archer stuff at the same time, but changed his idea here, so maybe fixing that one would allow him to click up a bit earlier as well, because Tim otherwise would have the huge advantage. We'll see, we'll see. We have to wait.
Yeah, we'll have to see what Tim is going to do. Looking at how many vills he has on stone, he will probably go for a castle.
Yeah, or just 1 million watchtowers. Even the next one's being added there. I mean, I understand though. I mean, he just tries to secure himself. Fully understandable. And therefore, alright, we can go with that one. Let's see what else going to happen here. BacT, let me check out his resources once again. He's still not able to click up here. That's not so good. Now he has understood that there is something, right? He sees the stone, but that's too late. Maybe BacT saying now, oh well, damn it. Maybe I should have spotted this earlier. But it is how it is. Botgan arrow for Tim. That's good for his towers. And a siege workshop. That's also good. Probably going to go for some siege units to take down the enemy towers, to free up some space in his base. But I guess his most essential resources are safe for now. He even has this conveniently placed back gold. Just the stone to the front will be problematic. And BacT, of course, well advised to actually keep this further denied from Tim, but we'll check it out. BacT going for the next stage. Now the question is, Belgium, what would you do? You have trust. You were semi-successful or not so successful. What's the next come-up plan as Italians against Mongols now? What would you choose?
I guess maybe Castle drop into Fast Imp. Good. BacT is still heavily on gold and can sort of keep the map control on the front of Tim's base, drop a castle there, then go Imp, get some trips. Maybe be fine.
Yeah.
For now, we still see Tim also on a LTC, focusing to clear out those towers.
Yeah, this could be one way to do it. I think, of course, castle drops. I mean, Marv even says castle drop, Fast Imp, and Condottiero. I think, yeah, it's Condottiero could be really nice because they're already so strong once you make them. You don't need to just tech into the champion line entirely to get there. But Conquerors are a really great help from the beginning on. So we'll check it out, what exactly is going to happen, because its resources are suspiciously high. As you said, it heavily on gold like this. Adding a stable though, look at this one. Okay. What about...
Probably to snipe the mangonels.
Yeah, smart choice. Yeah, the question is of course how to snipe them. Because the mangonels are quite safe. Ooh, even a monk here. Defensive monk. interesting, as if Tim just knows that he needs to do some stuff here with the Monk. We'll check it out, how it's going to be utilized. And also some more forward villagers by BacT. Siege Workshop going up. BacT just doesn't want to give away the map control. As you said it, keep up the map control. Try to go for the next stage even. Have access to stronger units. Even Monastery, wow. BacT is really trying to go for it. Just for the record, 47 villagers to 47. Quite of an equal game concerning the economy.
Yeah, and once he has those buildings, he use the markets and then he will go imp, most likely.
Yeah. Would be nice. I think so. I think that's a really good choice here. What he does makes sense. BacT tries to wall in Tim, by the way. That's a really smart choice on the right hand side, in my opinion. Just to know and to block off the way in case Tim wants to go for some sneak. Whether he wants to build up pressure or just spread out with TCs, that's going to be denied or at least being seen by BacT in case that happens. What else is going to happen is this castle by Tim. Defensive one, smart one, but yeah, we'll see how successful that's going to be. It's most likely going to go up.
Yeah, and BacT also has the resources to build his own. And if he can get imp faster and trap that castle down, he should be in a really good spot.
Now let's check it out, because yeah, there we go. BacT is now going up. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, he has also enough resources for a castle, and with that one going for trips would be nice. But the Manga Dai will be, of course, a bit tricky. Yeah, the castle's still going up regardless. I always find it quite difficult if you have traps and you're facing Manga Dai. You always see the pro players to just dive in for a few seconds, snipe the traps, and then go back again with the Manga Dai, and then repeat this for each trebuchet. It's often so successful, so I'm curious to see how BacT wants to deal with that. If he wants to utilize his unique units as well, we'll have to check it out. Because now, still on the way to PLH, and BacT just securing himself with the secondary layer. Once again, he did that in the previous game as well, just to make sure that he's not going to be surprised by some petards or anything like that.
Yeah, and now we see him adding... Probably wants to go for like a bit more eco and then go up. But it'd be hard if he faces an opponent that's imp faster and then loses his forward castle.
Well, let's see. Tim, also on the way. And with that one, he would have access to some more upgrades for his Manga Dai, so that's gonna be interesting as well. Villager count is better for Tim now. Checking out how many TCs he has. That's a 3 TC setup. 60 villagers versus a single TC setup by BacT. So this reminds me of the previous game. Just the way the people behave here. Just probably BacT is going to add more TCs later on. But we'll check it out.
For now, he will use all his resources, this push, and then when get some grounds, and add some more eco.
I guess you're still cutting off though. Did you try something about it, or I know.
Yeah, I looked, but
I don't know why that is though.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's on
Like
my side. I mean, on my end. Maybe.
I looked and I didn't have it set up to like voice activation.
Do you have push to talk now, or how do you do that?
I just have it always open.
Ah, that's interesting. I know why it doesn't. Why it feels like this then, but we'll try. That's no problem. That's no problem. Barracks by Tim, by the way. That's an interesting one. Why exactly? Well, he needs access to the archer range. That's the most important thing. And furthermore, really good map control by BacT. Trebuchets are in the making. Genius crossbowmen are in the making. The traps start their war next to this castle. Looking really good. If he just maintains the map control, he could profit so heavily from the additional resources. But Tim, brave enough to face 2 knights with his monk. He tries to do something about it as well. It's 2 versus 1 concerning the relic count. Tim with a slight lead.
Yeah, and I guess Tim isn't going to bother to repair the castle since it will go down anyways.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Crossbowman. Bracer. BacT is going for chemistry. Also good one.
Guess we'll try to go for something like capped ram or siege ram and arbalest to push it down, because that's really the only way I can see him back.
Now let's see if he's gonna...
Since he won't have access to traps to keep the other castle.
That's highly unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. No more stone. You will not be able to just make use of the map anymore, because those are just two skirmishes and 2 archers, but still on the left hand side, BacT is still aware of what is happening. He has completely surrounded him. This time it's more successful because he has a variety of units prepared to actually attack, and he also has mounted units, so it's not like the Janissaries who need to walk a lot, who suffer from this playstyle what Tim presented us in the previous game. This time BacT is going to be there, it seems, and with that one, of course, it's gonna be tough. Pretty tough.
I just got a text, and like I said, I have to go for like 50.
No problem, man. You go ahead and join me whenever you're back, man. No worries.
Yeah,
take your time,
right.
man. Alright, man. Alright, guys. So Belgium is now GG, but he's going to be back because he needs to do something, and then we'll see. Laura says, "I will come to replace." Is that so, though? Marv says also not looking too well for BacT because it looks fragile, doesn't it? The ARBs will be quite impactful, especially with the addition of some siege would be beautiful, but for now just decides to go for Arbalest, and the left hand side is gonna get claimed. For certain even. And there's enough time for Tim to actually drop, if he had the stone, a TC. Probably just gonna... Oh yeah, he's gonna place that one over here. On the stone, really smart choice. In the meantime, BacT going forward here, trying to do his best. Take down whatever is in front of them. So we'll check this one out. Stream can only hold so much beer. Ah, I see, I see. It'll crash Twitch, right? Alright, I'll keep it in mind, man. I'll keep it in mind. But I honestly didn't understand what you meant. It was Darknum, I guess, said about the subscription alert, because I didn't receive a sub. I don't understand what you guys talking about. What is this? Well, at least some Arbalists are GG over here. And with that one, BacT now able to march forward. Another castle going to be dropped. That's unfortunate for Tim. Darknum, it doesn't show on my list. I will check it after the game, right? I'm sorry. This has never happened, so I need to check it out. But thank you, I really appreciate it, and I'll address the problem after the game, because it seems that BacT is not that much in the bad spot after all. He's now given away the map control, at least a certain bit of it, and is now focusing on the right and middle part of the map. This castle, once again, an ambitious one. Really ambitious. But will be up regardless. And with that one, TC in danger. More stuff going to happen. The back parts being backed up with a lot of arch ranges and even additional siege workshops now. But it's tough. It's tough. Because what Tim tries to do, or could try to do, is go for counter raid, but with Arbalists just like this, gonna take a lot of time. He instead needs to address the problem in front of his base, because he has some access to resources to the back, that's the gold, and he has successfully spread out to the left hand side. Really, really good to have another TC over there, but that's not gonna win him the game like this. Once again, it's always important to make use of your military and then to gain a couple of important hits, but this one, oh my god, man, so many ARPs once again down. Hurts. It just hurts. Yeah, Tim only 10 more vills at this point. Because BacT back at his base. What is happening? What is happening, guys? What is happening? He's not able to maintain the TC production. And it looks quite chaotic even. Now spends the resources for the sake of some skirms. Napolyon. Çok teşekkür ederim. Ve konuştuğumuz için çok memnunum. Çok iyiydi konuştuğumuz. Çok önemliydi. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the support, man. It means a lot to me, especially that it comes from you. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm not sure, guys. Tim is trying his best, right? Tim is trying his best, but this time he doesn't have the fuel for that one, it feels. He has a lot of resources on the bank, and that's just enough resources for the trash. Gold income-wise, he has some. It's not the main problem. But no more relics, 2 relics for BacT. And with that one, it's going to be a bit more awkward. It's not comparable to the previous situation that we had in the other game. But every time Tim is still given the chance to spread out here. And what is he gonna do? Drop a cast here on the left hand side. If he goes in there, if BacT doesn't do anything against it, well, he at least has this preventive walling here with those houses. That's good, but I guess this could be extremely dangerous if done correctly, though I'm asking myself what exactly that's gonna be about. Petards and then Mangdai. We'll see. BacT in the meantime, going for scale bale armor. Does that mean that we're gonna see some condos here? Seems like it. Could be. Would that make sense? Why not? It's a strong unit. It will take down a couple of units that the others are not able to pull off. That's good. Whoa, what was this? What's this? Anyway, it has worked now. Whatever that was. With some pause here. Archer ranges, a whole lot of archery ranges. Trebuchets, ARPs, and Trebs, is that it? Why is the game lagging so much though? Should be okay now, I guess. Strange. Probably back to smoking. It could be though. It could be though. You never know. Retron says this is like the last game. I said Arbalist. Now we just see mostly skirms. And we see those trebs. I'm just asking myself if BacT is going to be able to defend this one, because he has no army to the back. And he actually doesn't send any army to the back. Maybe he just says, you know what, I will not do the same mistake as I did before, and I'll try to finish off this game because there are no more obstacles in front of me, no more castles that I need to take care of. So I could just basically just, yeah, march forward, but easier said than done. And indeed, Tim is doing better economy-wise once again, but I'm not so sure. I'm quite excited to see if BacT is not going to make it, because he had the chances. This opening, this was the palisades. Do you remember from this earlier church when the villager closed the door? The over-chopping over here, potentially. If not, then, well, it has been closed now, and this needs to be closed as well. Oh my god, man. I think this time, Tim will not be stopped. Because BacT also doesn't do anything against it, right? He's trying to take down everything that is inside of Tim's base. He wants to go for this race. But he has the better... he has the worst chances, of course. He has 60 villagers to 103, but therefore... it's something that he will not be able to realize. But... I know, guys. This looks even worse than the previous game in this very situation that we had. Because I think it's quite clear that BacT, yeah, losing the CC over here now. Do you know what that means? Just one TC left over here, because he has at least this one. But other than that, he has nothing. He doesn't have any resources to make use of these barracks. He just has wood income. And the gold of 2 relics here. Ay, ay, ay. This is GG. I'm sorry to call it. This is always the sin of streamers to say GG early on, but this is execution, mass execution. This is a crime. I don't want to even talk about this anymore. What is this? Is that worth clipping? I know, it's just hurtful. It's just hurtful. And this, we are talking about 25 voters to 106. I guess now it is time to actually call it. Definitely, definitely. I understand he wants to continue because he has quite some military count that he wants to make use of, but it's not going to work anymore. That would be 2-0, right? Match point game in the next game. BacT in a tough situation. Of course, he just doesn't want to. Just doesn't want to throw it here, but looks quite tough. All below 18, please turn off stream, yeah, man. Why is BacT at 26 mils? Because of basically this massacre. Drill for Tim, Lamborghini incoming, and I'm just waiting for it, guys. At this point, it's quite hurtful to watch. It's extremely unfortunate. 14 Vils. TC over here. I mean, this is quite some nice combination of units here to also snipe a lot of Vils, but realistically speaking, of course, it's not going to be possible anymore. Looking tough. Looking tough. That's GG. Alright, I just waited for it. This is why I didn't comment on it anymore. Guys, we need to hurry up because it's... Is it 17 GMT already? We wanted to start the next game in 15 minutes. Uh-oh, Drakon is gonna be a bit mad, maybe even. We'll see. Those are the achievements. I'll not spend time talking about this. Just look at it, guys. It's quite evident what has happened here. It's time for the next game. Return to the game. Load the next game. And it is going to be game number 3. Alright. Whoa. Lanchy. Go rip BacT. Reverse sweep. You can do it. Thank you so much, Lanchy. Really appreciate it. Big shout outs to Lanchy. Great guy. Great admin. Someone who's really putting a lot of efforts into this game. Organizational work as well. So I really appreciate it. Napoleon, once again, thank you. And I'll fix that sub thing after this matchup here because we need to hurry, guys. We need to hurry. What about this thing here? Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Alright, guys, so what is happening? DemEyesRed here. I'm actually joined by Belgium here, but he's currently BRB mode because he needs to deal with some stuff. Yeah, okay, man. Chill, man. I'm updating the score. You nasty, toxic guy. Just wait until it's your turn for the co-cast, man. I'm gonna screw you over, man. I'm just gonna finish you off, man. I'm gonna roast you. You're gonna try to roast me. And if I am running out of arguments, I will just kick ban you from my Discord and then solo cast, man. Solo cast. Mr. GPM, man, thank you for the reminder. 2-0. Thank you, thank you. And now it's time. It's going to be Malay versus Slavs. Those are tier 1 civilizations this time. More conventional, you would say. But also, BacT here with the Malay and his base man. He has nowhere to run, right? He has those zebras to the back, beautiful. But more importantly, the gold over here. Stone to the front, gold. Oh my god, man, he needs... I mean, if he doesn't trash in this map, I don't know. Or if he doesn't smush in this case. Let's say smush. Malay smush is a beautiful one. And in case you don't know, of course, check out my tier list overview. Together with all of these arena experts, I made some videos. And the Malay received quite some mention. Why is it lagging though? Something strange is happening in the background, it seems. But I guess kind of okay. Dark Nook can co-cast. Malay Smush Slav is hard. Too much food to counter it, even Malay. What's this kind of grammar that you're using? But they can't be smushed by Slav, so... yeah. Let's check it out, man. Let's check it out. Because the base of Tim... look at this. Stone to the back. Stone outside, gold to the front. Gold outside. And there's the other gold. Alright, alright. I was just looking for it. With that one, what important to mention that at least Tim has some options. Also, defensively speaking, he doesn't have to be super aggressive at this point. But we'll see how exactly it's going to be like. Just for information, this is a best of 5 if beloved Tim wins. This one here, he would just proceed and go for the semifinals. BacT now under severe pressure. We'll check it out how this is gonna go. It's just interesting to see. Because with Malay, indeed, you can go for some early uptimes. 80% fast uptime is insane. If you build up some momentum, you can go for some incredible smush. But against Slavs, of course, quite some tough one. Slavs at the same time, strong civilization to begin with. Really nice late game. Monks are also quite nice. Lovely stuff. So the question is BacT going to be able to just be super successful building up the pressure and fighting off someone with some excellent economy conditions? Because the Slavs, as you know, with their farms, insane stuff. Belgium says, TeamSpeak, yeah, I'm there. Join me.
User joined your channel.
Oh, there we go, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? What's up?
Yeah,
Welcome.
I still thought your channel was on the bottom, so I was like, where the hell did his channel go?
Here I am, man. I didn't run away, no worries. The thing is now you're not in the game, right?
I just launched the game, but I got your stream open, so I can
already
sort
talk
of adjust.
a bit. All right. Okay, so we got Slavs vs Malay. I've been talking about this a little bit. Would you prefer in this case? Which civ would you choose in this matchup, and why?
Well, I think I prefer Malay because you get such a huge early advantage with the villagers. You can get a super fast castle age, but that's not what we're going to see. We're going to see some sort of tower aggression.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, what we see here from BacT once again, closing the door with the palisade wall. And yeah, this is going to be some insane barracks scheme going up, man. What is happening? 3 villagers on gold. And he's going to tower hop. Don't tell me he's going to go for men-at-arms into archers or something like this. What could this be about? Is he going to build the watchtower now? Oh yeah, I mean, wait a second. Why is that a thing right now? He's in fuel age. Yeah, just the spec overlay is a bit bugged here. I was super confused. Does that make sense? What is wrong with the overlay? Do you see that, guys? Is it me? Am I just completely wrong with something? Yeah, the spec overlay is wrong, right?
What do you mean that is wrong?
They're in fuel age. The spec overlay says they're on the way to fuel age, and BacT already made a watchtower leech the Dark Age, but that doesn't make sense, right?
Oh yeah, I think it's because of the melee faster uptime and the spec overlay doesn't counter that.
Yeah, maybe some weird stuff. Okay. Alright, we'll just try to ignore what's written here on the right hand side then. For now, at least. Maybe there's some bug. Also, worth mentioning that Tim did the same thing here, and he indeed went up with Man-at-Arms as well. And that's some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
That's some crazy
so
stuff, man.
he's gonna have 3 helping hands breaking through houses and gates.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Arms.
incredible. Man, oh man. Belgium, you know what? I'll just send you over the mic for a second. I'll need to send Dracon's the files here because we are on a tight schedule. You can just continue talking. I'm just doing some stuff in the background for a second.
So
Belgium under pressure. Okay.
BacT pulling out from the thrush and starting to mine some gold outside of space, while Tim is just Man-at-Arms to try and break in, pressuring the stone that BacT is taking. Both have a tower there, so fine. We have stone somewhere in the back. Yeah, he stone outside of his base, which take if he wants. The Man-at-Arms are inside the base and be able to get over there. Take quite a while.
You're doing
Also-
a great job, man. You're doing a great job.
I'm a little bit ahead of you, so
Yeah, we got some lag, but we need to go through this now. Just a second. That lag is because I need to do some stuff in the background. I'm sorry, guys. Because we need to deal with this right away. I just need to find this address. All right, there we go. Just feel free to continue. That's no problem. Say some great stuff if you like.
well, I will just cast from your stream.
Right.
because I'm like a minute and a half ahead, so yeah.
Oh boy.
Like I said earlier, both building a tower on the stone. BacT wants to get stone now, he will have to move outside. Will be tower versus tower. Also, those Man-at-Arms are still working away on that gate, but has a decent amount of HP. Will take a bit more time for break in. Also, we have the scouts chasing each other. BacT taking some gold there to feels productive. A pause. Oh no.
All right, we're back now. We're back. Yeah, now it's done. Raccoons, check your mailbox, please. And now we're back on track. It's 14:44 now. Sorry for that one. It had to be because I need to send some files.
Yeah,
And here we
I'm
are.
still about 30 seconds ahead, but
Nice.
I'm like
Okay.
watching your stream, so
Okay. Okay. So, some stuff has happened, as I can see, but the KD is still 1-0 here, so that doesn't look too crazy here. I'm not so sure if that's good for BacT because he invested, and he's about to lose his gold villagers because there's an important watchtower going up here, and BacT of course needs to back off to save his vills, but he's about to lose one. Yep.
I
There
will
we
lose
go.
that one.
Yeah.
Well, he can still move about 10-15 tiles to the back, and there's another gold he can take.
Yeah, true as well. That's strange, but also well done by Tim. Tim's still up with his Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms towers on Arena. It's lovely stuff. So for the Arabia lovers, of course, a good day to be alive because we can finally see their favorite strats on this beautiful map of Arabia. But now being on this map of Arena, we can also see how BacT was able to counter what was presented by Tim. And we see
Yeah, those archers really helpful. Can even use them to pin the towers, so those vills can start working again, and the tower and the archers can tower.
Yeah, man. That's for certain. Looking quite good here. At the same time, 2 villagers even lost by BacT on the gold on the right hand side. He's a bit under pressure, it seems. And he's I don't want to say that he's nervous, but he's definitely aware of the fact that this is the match point game for Tim. If he wins this one, it's going to be over. But he surely doesn't want to make this happen just like that. He will bravely fight. So he'll do his best. Now parking beneath the tower, and Tim is about to lose these villagers because the vills of BacT now battering down the tower, as well as those archers prepared to finally attack. Seems like he has murder holes, but it's not the case.
I think maybe BacT should also try and build a house at the edge of the gate so the Vils can't back out.
Right, right. That's actually well done, though, all in all. I like what BacT did here. It's important. Villager count 35 to 34. Nothing too spectacular, you would argue. Like quite equal. Just checking out about wheelbarrow. That's always important. No wheelbarrow for Tim, for BacT, I'm sorry, and for Tim. Just quickly checking this one out as well. While the villagers are taking down the tower, no wheelbarrow neither. Alright. So, those are the things that we just saw. The question now is, what is the come-up plan? You've been able to deal with Trush, so you're now marching forwards. What exactly is going to happen? You're still in Fuel Edge. Is he just trying to go for another set of towers? That's the main question.
Yeah, seems so. But the funny thing is that BacT doesn't know that Tim has his gold there. Maybe once he gets in range of the tower and gets a shot in, he will see the main gold is there, and then maybe when he's in Castle Age, he might try and forward castle drop onto the main gold.
Right, right. Could be some way to deal with the situation. We'll have to wait until more is going to happen. Slow-paced game once again because the towers are now gone. But BacT still... Ooh, he hops over.
He's gonna move in with archers and the Vils, so
that's
I
beautiful.
guess he's going to build more towers inside.
Alright, indeed. Another tower here. Tim is going up with the counter tower. Also want to go for a stable there, but this project has been abandoned. And... oh, that was not a tower, that was just an outpost. Beautiful.
Yeah, I thought it was a tower as well. He debated it.
Alright, beautiful, beautiful. Let's check it out. Let's check out how Tim is going to be able to deal with that one, because I feel this is actually a nice strat by BacT just to build up more pressure right away instead of giving Tim more time. I feel it was always not a mistake, but it was always crucial for Tim that he was given the time to actually do what he needs to do. That is the boom, and then just go for more TCs and have the better economy to strike back adequately. And with Slavs, it's especially dangerous with their beautiful economy. So BacT this time tries to interrupt as early and as efficient as possible. But we'll see how successful this is going to be, because the Vils are trying to batter down this tower. The Archer is there as well to defeat the Vils, but we'll see how successful it's going to end up. Matter of
Probably
time.
get the tower down, but that female villager as well.
Yeah, this tower will not make it. This tower's not gonna make it.
Well, Vil count now BacT 4 ahead, and
yeah, he's ahead. That's for certain. Wheelbarrow now kicking in as well. Now the watchtower. Looking okay so far. Everything inside of BacT's base is just good. With that one, comparing the resources, Tim is about to click up though. That's the main idea. That's the main objective. Once he does that, of course, he has access to beautiful units. He would even consider just going for knights at this point, I reckon. Especially if BacT is not up. Just to claim, or not be knights, but basically something like light caps to just claim the map once again entirely. And then build up pressure just like that. We'll see. Losing a couple of frames here will solve the situation as soon as possible, guys. Just bear with me. Wait a
BacT
second.
going up.
Yeah, wait, how's that possible? Didn't I say that Tim is about to go up? He doesn't go up at all. Did he just spend all of his resources?
I see Tim.
Ah, the record is so broken. I don't even see when Tim has clicked up. All right, that's my. I mean.
Yeah, I was looking on your stream and but your overlay is bugged out.
Yeah, I know how to refresh it. If anyone from chat knows, please let me know how I can get rid of the overlay with I don't know, with the button and then get it again. And please no Alt F4.
Nice move from BacT is that he put crossbow to the stone outside of Tim's base, so he goes out to that stone, he will alert it. Crossbow.
Yeah. I see Lanchi. Thank you. Thank you. I see. I see. Okay. Crossbow's actually quite of a nice choice. Monastery even going up in the base of his opponents. Yeah. What is this? We have a semi-smush or something like this, as well as a couple of crossbows approaching. Quite aggressive there for certain. Once again, just one TC setup here. That's so interesting to see. But Tim still trying to go for the next stage, and there he is. Okay. Iron Chef, what's up, man? Let's go. Let's go. Now the pressure is on. Tim wants to go for scaleboarding armor bloodlines. Tries his best to actually work his way with the knights. As I said, that's one way to do it. We'll see how successful this is going to be, because it seems that BacT has all the answers ready, at least in theory. But of course a lot of micro is needed. Otherwise, BacT would lose his entire forward. Let's check it out.
I guess BacT wants to forward position inside the base and maybe drop a castle there, but he could also drop the castle outside near the main court, like I said earlier, and then pressure him from.
Okay. It could be nice actually to do it that way. But let's see how not how successful, but how actually he wants to approach the situation. I first need to deal with the towers of Tim here, and with mangonels and just his monks will be tough. He needs villagers to constantly repair those units. And more towers by Tim. He just doesn't want to allow BacT to have a convenient position to build up pressure from. So we'll see.
BacT also added one more TC back of his base.
That's good. So it's not all in like it was before.
And Tim still on 1 DC, but laughs, so farmers will bring in a lot of food.
Yeah, that's true indeed. 1 TC slabs is still another thing, another level of food income, efficiency of economy, nothing to underestimate. But the knights are out now. Herra, thank you so much for the host, bro. How are you doing, Habibi? We appreciate it, guys. What is happening? I'm here with Project Belgium, and we are co-casting DemEyesRed Arena Cup. This is the first round, quarterfinals, with Tim versus BacT. A lot more is going to happen tonight with more additional matchups, including Jon Snow versus Vivi, Melko versus Tato, and ACCM versus Doubt. Everything today. What's up, Hera? What's up? Let's make it happen, guys. Welcome all. The toxic hype is real. Together with Belgium, of course. Nothing better than that. So
BacT took out the market and the blacksmith from Tim. That's quite nice.
The markets and the blacksmith of Tim?
Yeah, with the mangonels.
Ah, I
For
see.
shooting the blacksmith and flash damage, the market also got down at the same time, so that's really smart from him.
Legit next level here. Legit next level. Let's check out. I mean, for now, it looks pretty good for BacT, and it looks more of a safer situation that he is in, because he's not just playing it super... I mean, he's playing it aggressively, but not with a lot of risk to it, because he's trying to back himself out with additional villager income now. He even has a better economy. I guess we could have never said this in the previous 2 games that we have seen about BacT. So he's trying to do something different here, and that is just beautiful. Great stuff, great stuff. More is going to happen fairly soon, but I'm also curious how Tim wants to actually solve the situation, defending this one. Only towers, that has worked so far in the previous games, but we'll see, because I think that BacT this time has learned a lot from the previous encounters. Probably just not gonna throw it like this. He's also aware this is the match point game for Tim. He must win BacT in order to have more chances to go for more games to eventually take it over. We'll see about it.
And I feel like Tim makes some light caps, clean up the forward, because for monks they can convert for knights, and that will be bad if he gets all the conversions. He got 1 knight, 1 monk with the mangon. Actually, 0 knights got converted.
I know, the knights are doing a great job though at the same time. And guys, about the cast, yeah, we'll add more time to it, but we'll see when exactly we'll start with the next games. But it'll be all today. It'll be all today. We'll check it out. For now, we're busy with Tim versus BacT because I still think that BacT, he will not just give it away like this. This is not the BacT that we know. If he would just give it away. So of course he's gonna try his best, but it looks really good for Tim at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Tim cleaned up the entire forwards. Yes, BacT now has to start switching into pikes like he's doing, and make sure that he doesn't lose a lot of vills now, and then he should be fine.
Should be fine. Question is, how exactly is he gonna be able to just deal with the pressure now coming from Tim? Tim's is far behind in villages, right? So 51 versus 75, but also a lot of military.
Yeah.
I know, if he was just going forward with also forward siege workshop, could work, but BacT at this point, building a whole lot of barracks, producing a whole lot of spearmen, and also smart walling to the right hand side, I like that. Whereas Tim wants to go for a forward market and then do what exactly? That's going to be a castle, it seems.
Yeah, most likely. Now we see 40 Cs for BacT, while Tim is on 20 C.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, that was quite some late horse color for BacT, by the way. But, you know, things like this simply happen. Forward castle going up, this could be really deadly. Why? Because if he gets down those walls, if the knights go through, oh boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, attacking into pikemen will be a wise choice for BacT.
You think so?
I'm quite sure.
Yeah, alright.
BacT got one vill building the castle, but not gonna be able to deny it. Gold-wise, he still has his main gold, which has 5 tiles, but other than that, he has to move out if he wants to get some gold.
Right. Man, a lot of stuff needs to happen for BacT to survive this one. He does well by dropping this castle inside of his own base. He needs to secure himself more and more. But also Tim, ambition enough, Bitards on the making. Pretty much as expected. Question is BacT going to be able to defend this one? He's quite good when it comes to quick walling. That's for certain. He's seldomly caught off guard with that one. He always thinks ahead. But Tim is there with quite some force. Monks, knights, the knights with bloodlines and +2. They're gonna be tanky enough. Another forward siege workshop, blacksmith. Oh yeah, the blacksmith was taken down. Makes sense at this point that he builds a new one. So what does BacT plan to do against it? Quick walling, and this castle will be helpful. We'll have to see in a few seconds it's going to happen, I strongly assume. Unless, of course, Tim wants to wait. I don't think Tim is known to be the one who waits for too long. He actually wants to make use.
He must know that BacT has stronger ecos, so
yeah. Yeah, stronger eco, aka go in there as soon as possible. Make use of the force that you have. 37 military to 13. But also nearly 30 villages difference between the two.
Well, BacT is on the way to Imperial Age, though.
Let me check it out. Yeah, the scoreboard doesn't show. It's lovely stuff, but it's just bugged for this game. No problemo. You're right. So Imperial Age gonna be important. If he's able to hold on, he's gonna be able to just also produce trebuchets and take down the enemy castle and then march out. We're only going for Kermit warriors here. Interesting choice against the Slavs. Well, not necessarily against the units that are presented here, potentially just going for some kind of raids. Maybe this is the idea, we'll have to wait and see. But,
if
waiting.
BacT can get 2 halberdier and arbalists, he should be fine to defend. Now Tim sees Imperial Age, so he knows damage now before BacT gets those upgrades. Probably has halves or arbalists, so the damage.
Yeah. It's quite difficult because the petards are about to go in there. But no, don't tell me they're just gonna explode in front of those houses. Tim, be careful now. Don't just do it. Yeah, good choice. Or what is he gonna do? Gonna take that? Oh, he's gonna go through those houses. And And the quick walls. Oh, the house is taken down. Oh my god, but the knights are inside.
Oh, BacT. Oh. The knights are in.
Knights are in, and not just one knight, not just 5 knights, enough knights to take down TCs. You know, when you just click on the ground, so they all just regroup underneath the TC, and they attack simultaneously to take down the TC. That's... oh my god, man. Wow. Wow, this is
definitely what Tim needs.
Yeah, that's certainly what he needs, just to kill the boom. So the villager count dropping, obviously. Let's wait for it until we announce how many villas unfortunately passed away at this sad night of DERAC. Oh yeah, even the wood line looks quite ugly, right? With that many villas being stuck, so many kills. Wow. Draconto says something really important. It should be still doable for BacT. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, he still has.
Still has some units, right? He still has some
And
villagers.
he already has halberdier upgrades. So.
Well, the knights are doing a
Starting
great
to
job,
trap
though.
down the castle.
Man, that's
Because
some
once he
stuff.
closes the holes and booms a bit, he'll imp against castle age. So.
All right. Well, the knights are gone. We're talking about 79 villagers to 73. Certainly BacT's advantage with the economy is gone, but he's not dead. I think it looked quite brutal. It was quite brutal. At the same time, if I wouldn't have known that this happened, look back into his base, it looks quite peaceful there. But of course, map control completely given away. BacT trying his best with halberdiers at this point. But let's see, because now Tim has the upper hand. BacT needs to react potentially. So just waiting, because the amount of knights still quite considerable, 30 to 60 military.
Well, BacT just has to make sure that he keeps up their production. Still has a solid farm eco inside of his base. He has the TC advantage, so still fine despite lost amount of eco.
Belgium, would you mind maybe trying out this push to talk? Maybe?
Right.
Maybe, because I always feel that at some crucial points you're cutting off and then it's so heartbreaking. Maybe also the castle now going for some heartbreaking moments, we'll see. Ooh, this engagement though, this engagement, the knights are just going in there but they're about to die. Too many halberdiers. Let me know when you are... when you fix this. Well, I mean, when you just implemented the push to talk, if it's working. I know. Because if it doesn't work when you maximize the game, it means that you didn't start TeamSpeak as admin, you know? You would need to deal with that. But currently I cannot hear you, so that's just for your information. But guys, this engagement of Tim was quite inefficient, wasn't it? Because what do we see here at this point? Some insane move by BacT. All of a sudden, what about the map control? Okay, Tim is here, on left hand side. But the front all of a sudden vanished to a certain extent. Knights are still there, coming from the right hand side. A lot of halberdiers. And what about these beautiful castles? Currently not producing anything. But the trebuchets are doing a good job. And this is going to be really difficult for Tim to hold the grounds here. He needs to do his best to survive and still maintain the map control. Otherwise, all of a sudden it could be only about BacT. Would be a nice comeback, wouldn't it? Is Bugum dead?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
I said push to talk, but when I'm in game and I use my button, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's because you need to open TeamSpeak as admin, you know, start as admin. Because Age of Empires takes over those controls, right? You need to surpass it, so to speak.
Alright, yeah. Then I'll quickly rejoin team so we can
Yeah,
do that.
nice one.
Alright.
Nice. Right.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright. Need to admin it. Yeah, man. Alright, we'll see. He's gonna be back in a few seconds with some new power. But for now, it looks quite brutal here. It's just the halberdiers that we're talking about. Nothing else. Just the traps are doing their job.
User joined your channel.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, then it worked.
Oh, nice. Alright. Alright, so as you can see, the halberdiers and a couple of Karambit warriors trying their best to actually push back. Tim is not too happy about this. Crossbowmen as well as the knights. Both players are in Imperial Age. Not so sure what kind of techs are being teched at this point because it's just hard to see as this overlay is not accurate. The trap is going down. Tim is not giving it away like this. He also is doing his best. I like it. So, Belgium, if you're saying something right now, I don't hear you. Because
Yeah, I was saying this is sort of like an awkward position for Slavs because you're fighting against halberdiers.
yeah,
And you don't really have a great infantry counter. You could go for champions, obviously, but then BacT can easily go for Arbalest. So it's tricky for Tim to make the right unit now.
so you think that Tim will most likely just struggle to find an adequate answer. And with that one, of course, if BacT just doesn't mess it up, could potentially win it, at least by putting Tim into a situation where he is just not able to find the right way to go for it. Left-hand side still being taken over by Tim. He does well. Map control-wise, he just uses the map way better, in my opinion, with those TCs. It's a good choice. Tim is going for Cavalier. I'm not so sure how well it's going to work with halberdiers on the other side. Now, though, the Kermit warriors are trying to engage, take down a couple of crossbowmen, maybe also a couple of monks. Looking good.
Yeah, that's sort of the weakness with Slavs, that they don't have hand cannoneers
Right.
or great ranged units when it comes to these situations.
Incredible. Incredible stuff. By the way, the voice quality is now way better, I feel. I can now understand every single word, man. It's so beautiful.
Perfect.
Perfect cast. And dudes, let's hope that maybe BacT wins this one so we can go for more games. Will be nice. Then we can hear what you think about those matches even more. And I know, Cavaliers now, do you think, of course, halberdiers are a problem, but do you think Cavalier is one of the things that you need to go for? As Slavs versus Malay, no other chance?
Yeah, well, I guess he doesn't really have many options, so if he can maybe get some Cavalier into BacT's base and raid, but
Yeah.
like you say, he's fighting against Halbs, so not really the ideal unit you want to make.
Right. Well, we'll check it out. But now it looks quite grim. The front is being taken over by BacT. And it feels that BacT is now going to push a bit more forward, take down those walls, and then he would be inside in theory. So we'll check that one out. Interesting castle by Tim on the right hand side there to secure the golds. Okay, I guess. More raiding by BacT. Now tries to take over the entire map. And then I believe that he's going to try to go inside of the base of his opponent. But this will take some time. He at least got the fast-paced Karambits. And he's now going for the engagement on the left hand side. Oh, I think BacT doing well, also economy-wise, 146 to 127. It's a great thing, but Tim also has 4 relics. It's good for him. But yeah, that's...
I was derping with my push to talk.
Ah, okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah, I was saying something and then I realized I forgot to push to talk.
No worries, man.
Yeah, like I was saying, on the left side you have the 2 extra stones, while on the right side you have the gold. So it's sort of what you want to prioritize as melee. The stone can be useful because you will be making those gambits, while as Slavs you're not really. I guess castles you want them, but it's not like you're going to go for your unique units.
Yeah, true. It's actually quite something to talk about and to think about. And I just like how successful BacT is at this point. You can really see how Tim is running out of options. He now tries to go for elite skirmishes. He even wants to go for the infantry line of the Slavs, which is beautiful. But even for that one, the melee will have their answers for. So it's quite of a desperate case here.
Yeah, I guess going for like the champion line is one of the best choices or options he has right now, because he's facing Karambits and Halps, so champs will do nicely, but yeah, then BacT will most likely add Arbalest.
Exactly. So those are just solutions. Whoa, this was way too loud, man. This was way too loud. My God. Whoa. So I was about to say. Damn it, lost my point nearly. Yeah, so he's just trying to offer some solutions, but they can always be countered throughout the entire time, and this is just so awkward for Tim to get out of the situation. He's trying to buy himself some time, but just doesn't work like that. By the way, guys, I've just muted the host, so it's not gonna work anymore, man. But that was way too loud, wasn't it? Influencer, man, Habibi. Dadash, what's up, man? Let's go. We're gonna see how BacT is actually taken over here. Yeah, it seems for me that Tim now stuck inside of his own base. Also, left hand side is now GG. The middle, the own base, the main base of Tim, only available, but question is for how long. The infantry line, good choice, but yeah.
He's falling apart, getting raided from all sides, and soon BacT will be inside of his base, and then Karambits will do a lovely job at raiding.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one. But thanks for the host, guys. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. It's just interesting that Tim wants to maintain here. But what kind of options do you have? So boom as much as possible. Just step up your army numbers and then strike back. But even now it's 58 to 22 and time is running out. As BacT is now creating some entrance, and with that one he's gonna push through. Nearly.
Yeah, and
yeah, man.
Population-wise, BacT also looking pop-capped, while Tim like 140-ish population, so not really the greatest position.
Not really, right? I mean, that's gonna be way too tough. Of course, the Slavs economy is sick stuff, but yeah, man. But Nilly, once again, man, danke, Alter, danke, Habibi, thank you so much, bro. Thank you for the host, really appreciate it. Hi to all of the Hippo lovers. I'm here with Project Belgium. That's the first game of DERAC we're gonna cast tonight. We're gonna go for three more matchups, 4 matchups in total. It's a BacT versus Tim. Currently match point game for Tim, but it seems that BacT is gonna have his comeback here. I'm joined by Project Belgium for this game. Next game is gonna be with Dracons, the other one with Yuppie, and in the end with GPN. We got a lot of sick matchups. We're gonna see Tato tonight, we're gonna see Doubt tonight. A lot of stuff until midnight, or even more than that, because these games, they go long, man. They go really, really long here. So let's make it happen here. Really hyped, and thank you so much once again, Nilly. Shoutouts to him, shoutouts to Memp as well, both giving us the attention here that we desperately need. Much appreciated. Danke, bro. Vielen Dank.
Yeah, seems like Tim is slowly losing the control of the front side of his base. So once those Rams get in and they push down the production, it's going to be really hard for Tim to remain a solid position in the front of his base.
Alright. So, I know, it's just looks like a lost case over here. I see how the watchtowers, the Tim-esque watchtowers are trying to be upped here. I like the ambition, I like it, but in the end, this will not win him the game anymore, as he's way too stuck in his base. And with that one, of course, it's going to be too tough, just spreading out once again. Because with what? I understand tower is good, but what kind of other military unit do you want to offer to someone who has the melee? As the Slavs, late game, tough one. In my opinion, Would be nice to see the next game, but we have to wait and see because both pairs are determined not to give up as early because they want to go for the win. This is at least a tournament. Of course they want to go and proceed, get some off the prize pool. That makes sense. So let's make it happen. BacT going for the long swordsman line right now.
I guess one thing Tim still has going for him is that he has 4 relics.
Yeah, true.
And he had them for quite a while, so that's going to be some solid gold he has.
I mean, 4 relics, and for now 3.3k gold income that he only got from this one exclusively. Some lovely stuff. And that keeps him going for certain, but then again, well, I'm just looking at the gold count. It's currently with 1.7 on the bank now. Probably lost something there, or some building, or whatever that. How does he actually not spend the resources? Well, no food income. Even though he's going for some farm simulator, obviously. But I like it more by BacT. He's trying to use all of the resources as much as he can. And with that one, just pushing through. Beautiful stuff. And looking forward,
and BacT
man.
getting forced levy, so he will be able to get those
Oh yes.
two-handed swordsmen for only 60 food.
For only 60 food. GPN did some mathematics there. It was, I guess, after 20-ish long 200 swordsmen, you somehow equalize the situation with the costs, right? And I guess with a span like this in the late game on Arena, that's very well possible, doable to actually pull this one off, to spam that many units. You can have Družina, but if you don't have any gold anymore besides the 4 relics, but against some spam units, the 200 swordsmen right now, man, this is gonna be way too tough to just survive here. At least in a situation like this where no more map control is given, at least the right hand side now once again in the hands of Tim, successfully walled over there. But yeah, not just a matter of time until it's gonna be a bit more difficult.
Yeah, and BacT also is also on the stone, on the extra stone, and he should have enough for like 1 more castle once that's fully mined out. And if he drops that on the front of his Tim's base, then that's gonna be even harder for Tim to stop because he only has 1 castle left, and it will be hard for him to siege it down with just trebuchets.
Exactly. I fully agree with that one. Plate mail armor by Tim now just for the sake of his champions. Much important, but I know. It seems so nice here what BacT is showing to us, because we also have to keep in mind in the larger context, this is a 2-0 situation. BacT is still brave enough with that early game that looked quite strange. He still is able to work really hard here, really solid gameplay, and yeah, he's constantly inside harassing Tim, and just a super reactive stance that he is, Tim. I know, it just looks super grim for Tim. That's it, man.
Tim definitely not looking in a great spot, but he still has like 1k gold, so he will be able to hold down for a couple while longer. But I think in the end BacT should have it, but for now Tim still has enough resources to make those gold units like the champions and the cavaliers, so he has a bit better quality but less quantity.
I always mess it up, man. Thought my glasses, I don't see anything. There we go. Yeah, he doesn't have Družina, by the way, just for the record. Stop the game there. Yeah, alright. Incredible stuff. Resources are still there for Tim, but no more golds. At least just the relic gold. That's quite something. But I see those 200 swordsmen. They will just go through, and Tim is not in a position to afford Družina here. It would be actually quite nice to have the splash damage on the side, especially because of these rather choke point type of situations. But in the end, the numbers are still way better. 43 multi to 11. Tim tries his best, but man, it's gonna be too tough.
The funny thing is, while you were looking if he had Družina, he was actually getting Družina, so now he has Družina.
Oh, he has it now?
Yeah,
there we go.
has it.
You now afforded it, alright. Well, let's see if it's gonna win him the game, but
yeah, population-wise, it's not looking like it's gonna be that case.
and
For
yeah,
now,
guys.
the champions with Druzhina should be able to push it back, but BacT can just spam so many two-handed swordsmans because
mean-
they don't cost any gold.
That's that. You could just spam. You can just spam if you have the economy, and this is quite some amount of farmers, man. You can just spam as much as you want. So numbers are gonna win, potentially. Especially since he's just constantly pushing forward. The traps are doing... This one single hero trap is doing some work here. Getting down the CCs, making it awkward for the villagers. And if BacT is able to move a bit more forward, the villagers will be in danger. Now going for barracks instead of a TC. Beautiful.
And looking at the stone for BacT, he has enough to drop a forward castle actually.
Crazy stuff, my man. Crazy stuff.
I'm surprised how long Tim is holding on.
Yeah,
with the
man.
low population he is.
And those guys are just the strugglers here. They're just surviving and surviving. It's really well done. Also, the previous games, Tim was constantly surviving. BacT did some similar things as well. Looking really, really good.
Yeah, and we see BacT also pushing in with some ram swords from the side, so he will be looking to try and take down that monastery, and with that, Tim's only gold income is going to disappear.
Alright, so it's still 42 military versus 12. GPN was saying it feels like as if he's able to mass it up. At least at this point, looks quite okay-ish. And yeah, indeed, the numbers are now increasing. With that one, Tim could maybe push back here, but maybe that's also due to the fact that BacT tries to achieve something else. There's the castle, so all of a sudden this battleground will be way better to go through for BacT as he has the additional support. And it's just going to be a bit more awkward for those champions to fully function.
Yeah, Tim has to move back now if he wants to fight, but...
And there we go, man. It's over. It's over, and BacT has actually won this game. Now it's time for the next game, actually. It's incredible. 2-1. We are completely messing up with the schedule. We should have started the next matchup half an hour ago. We're still going for the fourth game. And yeah, Drakon is going to kill me for that one. I just hope that Juppe is watching as well. I don't care too much about GPN because he sucks, but yeah, it's going to be tough to actually go through the whole variety of games here. But guys, I'm here all night. If I have to stream till 3 a.m., no worries, man. I'm gonna be there. These are the achievements. Normally, I would talk about these achievements. I would have some sophisticated laughs with Belgium, saying 537, yeah, 393, and so on. But just look at these things. Screenshot it, print it out, because it is time for the next game. So I'm returning, loading the next game. This time,
I'm ready when you are.
yeah, I was
I'm
going to say.
already in the game.
Spoiler alert, guys, but I also built in some debates here so you don't know what's actually happening over here. And just gonna pause the game. And are you ready, man? I guess that was a yes, but yeah, I know. I could definitely imagine that. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, what is happening? DemEyes the DemEyesRed over here together with Project Belgium. That's the fourth game we're going to talk about between Tim and BacT, DemEyesRed Arena Cup quarterfinals. And this time, Japanese versus Incas. I'm talking way too much because I love talking. I know. Thing is just, Bugum, please take over to tell us something about this match. Anything. Go. With push to
Japanese,
talk. Yeah.
really nice anti-infantry. And Incas, well, they have a lovely unit called the Slinger, which works anti-infantry as well. So that's going to be nice, but that's for later on. Now we're looking at the map. We have BacT in the blue. His forward goals is, yeah, sort of reachable by tower, but should still be fine. He does have 2 goals in the back, main stone in the back, second stone outside, but overall a really safe base. Also has a bit of a back base. Then on the other side we have Tim as the Japanese, also sort of forward gold, could also be harassed with towers, but should still be fine. Berries also to the front. Main stone inside. Second stone as well. But I would say his map is a bit worse than BacT's. He could be harassed from the sides, but overall he should be fine. Japanese usually quite an aggressive civ on arena, so he will definitely go for something aggressive, I would assume.
Aggressive, man. Yeah, you said something really important that slingers maybe could be a way to go. Incas are the favorite civilization of Nili, for instance. Jokes aside. But yeah, against Japanese, Incas, I see there's some chances. There's some chances. But we'll see how exactly it's gonna be in the upcoming time, what kind of strats they're gonna go for. There's still the chance that we could see some towers once again. These are excellent man-at-arms trash civilizations once again, and we've seen some stuff already with these guys. You never know. You never know. So we'll check it out. Drakon says, I think it's a close matchup. By the way, Drakon, is it fine that we start in approximately an hour? Is that okay for you, bro? Or will you be GG? Because otherwise... yeah, it's over. Aemons, that was a joke with Nili's favorite civ being Incas. We just had a co-cast on his tournament, and yeah, it was a bit... Incas just had a strange appearance there, because yeah, they were so obsolete in that very matchup. But that's that. So here we are, and what kind of strats would you like to go for with these civs, Bugum? Any recommendation? What would be your style with Elsis on this map?
I guess if I was Japanese, I would go for Mendarm and Tower, but that's probably because I'm an Arabia player. And also monks wouldn't really work in this situation as Japanese. And as Incas, maybe like one Barrack Eagle and then some monks for the relics, but not really sure. I guess I would sort of play a bit more eco.
A bit more eco, huh? I understand. Well, there are reasons for that one, for certain. There are also reasons to go aggressive, I guess. It's always up to the players. Always up to them how they estimate it. For now, just pushing the zebras over here. Just for the people who are new here on this channel. This is DERAC Arena. So this map is the Habibi version. As you see, we have sand. And also some oriental touch with those elefantitos, zebras, and goats. And besides that, the most important thing is that the zebras always spawn in number 3. Always. It's hard-coded. And the elephants are just like boars food-wise, and they spawn inside of your base. Always. Always, always. The goats, though, are completely random. Just one goat, similar but not exactly like KO2D. This one goat doesn't spawn to the right or to the left of your base. They just spawn, just one is in your team already, somewhere surrounding your TC, slightly nerfing this kind of Chinese boost of this game, you know what I'm saying? But this is how it is. And here we are, man. Here we are.
Yeah, that having said, we see Tim with a barracks up, so he will go for the Mendarm and Tower, I would assume.
Oh man. Oh man. This is so un-arena type of game, but then again, I have no issues with that. So let's make it happen. And the question is BacT gonna do something like this as well? We had this in the previous game. So we'll check it out. We'll check it out.
Yeah, seems like BacT is just going to go for a standard uptime. And he's playing it smart. He's moving to the gold in the back, so even if Tim breaks, he should still have a good gold income. Also, like I said, the stone in the back, so he can defend with towers easily.
Towers, defending stuff. I just hope that BacT will be prepared. So far, they were never caught off guard here, and this is what I like. They're always aware of these things. Both are incredibly aware when it comes to the gameplay. Uptime now for Tim earlier with 20 villagers versus 24, so that's definitely going to be man-at-arms from Tim. Probably going to tower hop at that corner. And BacT, well, we'll see what's he going to do. We'll check it out. Potentially he's just going to answer with archers once he sees that one happening. But yeah, that's just my guess here. Alright, just updating the stream title here. Tim vs BacT. And there we go. Alright, Bugum, just for information, I didn't hear you in case you were saying something, but
Yeah.
no problem, no problem.
So yeah, like I was saying,
Mm.
I was thinking maybe Tim will drop the market, but he's just going to drop one single palisade tile and then drop the tower. Also, what he did was he sort of waited for the man-at-arms to attack, so in fact he wouldn't know whether or not he had man-at-arms as well, but now he can use them to break in the wall a bit faster.
Yeah, that's actually a nice move here. Both players are trying to go for it. That is Tim debating once again with an outpost, and then the palisades by BacT. But also idling quite some villagers for that one, 6 to be quite exact. So that's one thing. Interesting. Tower here on the left-hand side. Okay, just wants to go through from the left. Can work. For now, he's the aggressor. Ooh, Stonewall by BacT. He is not happy with the situation. He just wants to get rid of this push. We'll have to wait, but this could happen if he's just able to build up the wall entirely. I know Tim would maybe face some obstacle that he would need to deal with, and that would of course waste a lot of his time.
Yeah, and if Tim can get in and build another tower there, because for now BacT just moved on to stone, but he won't have enough stone to build the counter tower behind, so I think Tim has a good shot at getting into BacT's base.
Ooh, double layer even. Beautiful sight. Tournament type of walling here. Okay. He just doesn't want this to come through to just have an impact on his economy. But already some stuff has happened. Looking at BacT's economy, just food, gold-wise, well, he could click up fairly soon if he continues like that. Whereas Tim, fully investing here. What does it do back in his base? That's the main question. Well, just with 4 farms, not really the most beautiful economy that he has, but also quite some villages on stone, so another tower will come up and go up very soon. We'll see.
Yeah, those double layer stone walls will buy BacT enough time to get a tower behind there, so he should be completely fine. And I guess once he adds his buildings, he should be able to go up. For now I see him add an archery range, so that will be helpful in defending.
Aaron is asking Tim, showing us how to play maps with walls. How were the first games? The first game was epic. And the other games were also really, really good. It was not too much about towers in the beginning, of course, but still, it was nice to see that it didn't stagnate in pure towers into nothing. It was more than this, and it was quite strategical. It was both players playing really well. Tim, incredible performance in the first 2 games. BacT though, nice comeback here in the previous game, and now it's time for him to survive once again, because otherwise Tim would then win the matchup if he wins this game here. We'll check it out. What is... Well, there was something wrong with the minimap for a second, or it was just me hallucinating. At least that's gone. Strange stuff. But also, Tim now moving back here. What's it trying to do? Just hop over once again and then leave? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I guess so. His forward has been stopped, so I'm not sure what he can do now. I guess he'll drop another tower, but that doesn't achieve that much.
Alright, so I just have some graphical issues with my screen at this point. Of course, something like this happens during a tournament. This has legit never happens. Okay. Anyway, pretending that nothing's happening. So, like, maybe slightly psychedelic now, my stream here, but you guys don't see it, obviously. That's good for you. So otherwise, this will be a bit too trippy. So, speaking of the things that are currently happening, BacT still not there yet with his uptime. And Tim going for wheelbarrow, so wants to go for some economy, and then we'll see who's gonna click up first. Yeah, just wait and see. Archers are there. More stuff is going to happen fairly soon as well, as I like to say. So some archer-based gameplay, still without fletching though. Blacksmith is there. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And I looked onto Tim's point of view, and he hasn't seen that archery range. So maybe if BacT goes Castle Age and drops a siege tower, we could see a lovely surprise with the siege tower drop.
A
With some
lovely one.
crossbows.
A lovely one. Yeah, it could be interesting. Something unexpected happens this time. Because a lot of things were expected because of some incredible scouting most of the times. Okay. BacT going for the next stage. Looks promising, to say the least. And yeah, just going for more and more archers. So that means, of course, crossbows in the making very soon. Also with a lot of villagers on the gold. Bugum, I'm just gonna hand you over the mic once again. I need to fix this. Now my screen is completely moved from the left to the right. Just feel free to continue.
Alright, no problem, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so for now we see BacT getting fletching. So if Tim pays attention and clicks on the tower, he can see that he's researching fletching, so he might assume some sort of archer play, because we don't see BacT investing vills into breaking the tower down, so that could be tell for Tim that BacT is going for archers, and maybe once he sees the castle age for BacT in, he will drop some outposts near the side of his wall so he can spot the siege tower. For now we see the 4 vills still inside BacT's base, building some houses, keeping them active, and he's trying to break open the gate so that he has an easier access point in Castle Age to maybe move in and out some units like some mangonels or some cavalry, but we'll have to see what he does in Castle Age. Tim also on the way to Castle Age, but BacT will be up to Castle Age first. And like I said, he might go for the siege tower, and he's moving out with his archers. Oh, let me quickly speed up a few seconds that I'm to the same time as DemEyesRed, but yeah, seems like it will be crossbows for BacT. Now Tim has seen them with his scouts, so he should know something is up. Might go for a siege workshop in his base. Definitely will get some TCs to the side, so he won't lose any vills, but I think Tim should be fine. We see the siege workshop inside of BacT's base. I think he will go for some mangonels first to clean up the towers and then go for the siege workshop, or he could just go for the siege workshop first and then hop over and do damage. Ooh, getting 1 villager on those houses. Right now Tim up to Castle Age as well. Let's see what he does. What are his resources like? He could drop some TCs. Let's see, stable and siege workshop at home. So guess he wants to play aggressive. He lost all his vills to the front, so no forward pressure from him. And oh, look at that, the siege tower from BacT. So does he know where the gold is from? He doesn't know where the gold is, but he's going into the right direction. We do see a monastery now for Tim, but the crossbows are in, so that's going to be a lot of damage for BacT to do on Tim's eco. Tim now running back to his TCs and just making sure that he doesn't lose that many fills. He does have a tower, so he should be fine. So siege is out.
Yeah, man. What is happening? The siege is out. I'm so sorry, man, about this, but now I fixed it. I guess at least it's a bit of a unconventional thing that I did here, but I know. Now it's working. Just trying to pretend that it didn't happen, but I'm really enjoying the view here with the crossbowmen because they're through, as you mentioned already. Actually a smart move, but the mangonel of Tim also prepared. Now engaging over here. At the same time, just trying to enjoy the view here. It's nice macro BacT. We will not be able to just get this mangonel down with this amount of crossbowmen versus this villager repairing the mangonel. It's gonna be too tough. Is he gonna be able to jump over once again and gets to the siege tower, because he tries to retreat here, like this one. Let's check it out. No, he's actually trying to go back.
Maybe if he goes to the corner, he can hop over.
Yeah, I think so as well. This could be a possibility. And yeah, man. Successfully squeezed through. And now it's done, man. Beautiful.
Tim has to be careful for that eagle though, because they do have a siege, an attack bonus against siege. So maybe if BacT gets lucky, he can snipe one mangonel.
Oh, nice. Nice, actually. The eagle's down, the mangonel is down. Okay, I like it. Kind of a good trade here. Also nice to see how BacT was able to stabilize the situation inside of his own base. 53 villagers to 42. Lovely stuff. And the crossbowmen are going to come back very soon again. Gonna be nice.
Yeah, and BacT is on 3 TCs while Tim is on 2, so like the previous game, we see BacT going for the bigger eco.
Yeah, looking nice, looking nice.
The second BacT is even there with the second round of crossbow, so he already got one villager, might get a second if Tim is too slow.
Yeah, there we go. Second villager even taken. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, man, smoothly dodging. And the mangonels, they're now landing. If I was a meme streamer, I would now shout and say, wow. But it is how it is. Good conversion over here as well. The monks will survive. Yeah, but boom is okay. I think boom is fine. But some other people. Anyway, another story for another day. He just did convert the siege tower? Okay.
No, he converted the crossbow.
Wait, what? I mean, to be fair...
Oh no, he did actually convert it, yeah.
But don't you have to stay way closer to the siege tower? I mean, to siege in general to convert it? That was quite surprising. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I thought it would be like a ramp that you had to sit under it, but apparently not.
Game speed seems to be slow, people say. I'll just speed up a tiny bit. Just rams, trebs, and bigs. Alright, there we go. Buildings. Makes sense. Nice. Good stuff. BacT is now back on track, I would say. That was quite some loss here for Tim.
Yeah, definitely lovely cleanup for him.
It's awful stuff, actually, what's happened here for Tim. Guys, for the viewers here, just a question, is the game speed now better? Does it feel natural? Because we try to find the perfect game speed here. It's just a bit difficult with recorded games, just for information. Feel free to respond a bit better. I can even increase the speed, but I guess it's actually fine, the speed. It looks quite fast to me, or am I just... messed up here in my mind? I don't know. We'll check it out. Another round is going to happen here. Siege tower once again, as well as a couple of fort villages. There's going to be a castle and potentially even ooh, no. This is... Okay. I was now thinking, does he want to siege tower hop and build a castle, which would be way too ballsy.
Yeah, that would be a bit too risky.
Yeah, man. Alright. Alright.
I will need 2 minutes, I'll be right back.
No problem, man, no problem. Now I take over here. So guys, sorry for the issues over here, that was my bad. It's just that I have double screen set up right now. Behind me there's even a TV. And my guests will come over very soon and they want to watch this game like that as well. I still haven't thought about the audio issue. They will just need to listen to me then. I know. This is it. Looking quite nice here. Ooh, quite some cleanup. And yeah, monks against the Missile. Always a tough one, because the eagles are nice to be afforded and then they can mess you up really fast. Could speed it up a bit more. Should I speed up a bit more, guys? Just let me know. I mean, as in, you know, is the game speed natural? That's the main question. Alright, it's good, it's good. Speed is okay. Alright, guys, but do let me know. Slightly too fast, right? I feel so as well. Slightly too fast. 59. Let's go for 59. It's fine though, it's fine. We're on a tough schedule anyway. I was way too ambitious there with 1.5 hours. My mistake. Happens. But good for the US, American, Canadian, North American, South American Habibis, because they will be able to tune in the night as well, I strongly assume, because, ooh, probably it's, I know, 21 GMT, not 21, 23 GMT, somewhere there. We're going to start with Tato and Melkoi, but all is going to happen. You have provisions? Ah, just stop it, man. Just stop it, GPN. Always trying to be important while I'm casting. It's incredible. Instead, Hamad. Thank you for the bits, man. It's going to happen, though. It's going to happen. The games will be shown, of course. No worries. No worries. Good engagement over here by BacT still. He's getting those conversions, but he's actually buying himself some time with that move. Now he's created a hole and can now push through with the unit of his choice. Why is this game lagging so much though? CPU is also quite high. I'll turn off Discord for now. Yeah, right. That'll help a bit. Seems like Tim has no chance of a comeback here. Well, he's trying. He's trying to defend himself with mangonels and monks. If he has a whole lot of monks prepared, it could work, but at the same time, BacT is going for the right decision in my opinion. That's barracks. A lot of Eagle Lineos, Eagle Warriors that is, will be kicking in, as well as Imperial Age for him. So with that one, he has access to even stronger units, and will be tough, to say the least. Will be tough. Using monks against X-Boss is highly exotic for certain, but it does what it does. He, of course, doesn't necessarily use it exclusively against the crossbows, but for that one he has the mangonels. But monks do help, at least in an engagement. If you have the numbers, if you have the monks, you could convert pretty much anything that is presented. If it makes sense or not, that's another question, but this is how it is. Tim is going for the next stage. 100 villagers for BacT, 76 for Tim. So that's also the better economy for the Vietnamese player here. Good performance all in all. BacT is now playing really solid here. Good performance all in all. Despite being behind 2-0, he's now trying to go for the equalizing move. With that one, we would go full series, of course. Which I would appreciate, since going for the entire series is always beautiful. Next game is going to be with John Stowe and Vivi, for your information. Co-cast is going to be Dracont, I hope. I didn't read that if he has still some time or not, because I've messed up the schedule here, which is absolutely my bad. Still, GPN sucks. As a side note, just want to mention this. Alright, so, pressure is still on. Ooh, look at this ambitious castle. Alright, so is it gonna happen? Is it going to work? We'll see. Yeah, so much love, man. Yeah, of course, man. We hate each other, we love each other. This is our relationship here. Also, the relationship between these Vulls and the Eagles, not gonna be the most pleasant one, but the monks are the peacemakers. And it's successful. I hear the conversion sound, but in the end, 2 Eagles survived. Yeah, they're all gone now. That's the main thing. But no more conversion juice for the monks, as Influencer would say. And this would be a nice timing here for the Eagles to strike back with another approach. Looking good, looking good. Now the monks are crumbling here. In this game, clearly Tim is making monk siege. He's using the clowning, therefore he'll die. Alright. Yeah, castle's even gonna go up, guys. This is GG. GG. And you know what that means? Full series incoming. Full series incoming. G to the G unit, guys. Score. Dark glasses, man. DemEyes handicapped. Blind. Can't believe there's a community for this. Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome. DemEyesRed Arena Cup currently happening. We're in the first set of games. Once again, the achievements.
Damn it, I missed it.
You missed it. Unfortunate stuff. BacT really fast this time. Took it over. But you came the right moment to bless us with more inputs in the 5th game. And this one will potentially have a break because something dropped there, I believe it could be. I'll just open up the game, but before we start, I just need to check my phone here. I received a message there, and that could be my guess. Yeah, they're there. Just a second, guys. I'll be back in a second.
They removed Siege Onager from Burmese, man. What the hell? Stark, is Dracont already on your bat? On your baseball bat? Because if he's not on your bat, then he's not even a real player.
Oh my god, my gaming save. What happened, man? What is happening, man? Thank you so much, man. 5 sub gifts. Thank you so much, bro. Big support from Gaming Tape. One of the loyal Habibis here. And good stuff.
Even Memb is in the chat.
Even Memb is in the chat, man. Vamos. Vamos. Membrillo. Alright, so, Bugum, I'm ready. What about you?
I'm ready as well.
Alright, man, so I'm just gonna go for the DemEyes countdown. 3, 2, 1, GG. Okay, so what is happening, guys? DemEyesRed here. It's time for game number 5, being joined by Project Belgium himself. And this is gonna be Tim versus BacT, as we know. And this time, Chinese versus Goths. Incredible civilizations, unexpected stuff. And yeah, that's that. So please, Bukum, I liked it, the way you start the game, the previous one. So please, start it. Let's go, make it happen.
Alright, introducing the players. We have BacT as a Chinese. Chinese being a solid civ, because with the extra villagers and with the sheep claws, you can get an easy 1 to 2 villager lead. Looking at his map, he has his main gold in the back, which is really safe. Also an extra gold in the back. His stones, however, main stone rather, inside, but it's close to the wall, so can be harassed by towers, and secondary stone outside, which is also close to an extra stone. And also has a extra or a second gold, which is close to the walls. But yeah, solid map. Only the stone is a bit unfortunate. Now going over to Tim's map. His main gold is in the back, which is nice. A second gold in the back for him is sort of the same story as for BacT. He has 1 main gold, 1 main stone in the front of his base, which is sort of harassable, and the secondary stone also outside. And just like with BacT, the second stone is also close to an extra stone, so both are kind of looking similar map-wise.
That's actually quite good. I like it when things are kind of mirrored here, just to maintain this kind of fair situation between the two. Yeah, I'm just also thinking about the civilizations here. We got Goths, we got Chinese, and we had some talk with Starkinho. It's a rematch.
That's what the secondary file is for.
Oh, I
so
just
no
debated
drop.
myself, man. Wow, I just debated myself. Wow, just incredible stuff. Alright. Oh my god, man. Alright. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, that happens. Noobcaster, man, confirmed. Noobcaster confirmed. Alright, I'm ready. Bugum, are you ready as well?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, man. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, guys, so now we go for... No, I didn't watch them. I mean, do you think, Lanchi, I'm gonna watch the games and then debate myself? Not debate myself, but just spoiler myself here. I like to be debated more than being spoiled here in this case. Oh no. We need to restart again. I'm so sorry. We need to restart again. The score overbought. The overlay, I mean. Right? So this must happen. So could you please rewind again?
All right. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
I did that whole map introduction for nothing.
Yeah,
Feels
that's
bad.
true. I feel really bad about this, man. So sorry, man. So I'll just take it over. Then I give you the part about talking about the Sifs here. So what do we have? It's BacT versus Tim, of course. BacT on the right hand side with the Chinese. Back gold, looking nice. And what else does he have? Not too much to the back. Don't like it. Front stone. Not the most convenient one. Also stone outside to the left hand side. Front gold, not good. Right hand side, gold outside. Ooh, doesn't look as good. Gold to the back is quite of a nice thing to have. Stone situation, not so good at all, to be honest. He needs to get the stone as soon as possible or protect it as soon as possible. We'll see about it. Left hand side, we got Tim. And he has some stone to the back. Another stone to the back that looks really good. We have to keep in mind he is the Goths player. So he will certainly make use of that one. Gold to outside on the right hand side, gold to the front, and oh yeah, there's another gold to the back. All right, that is good. Gold situation, average, but quite fine. I like the base of Tim more. So that's that. But Goths versus Chinese, though. Do you have any thoughts about this?
Yeah, it's really tricky. I would say it's sort of even, but with Gods you don't really want to have them snowball because once they have those Huskarls, I think in this situation Tim just has to go full Elite Huskarl, not Champion, because Champion against Elite Huskarl sort of is similar, but BacT being Chinese can also go for Chukunu, and Elite Huskarls, they have that huge anti-infantry bonus, so I think just sticking with the pure Elite Huskarl should be fine. Also, like you said, Tim has his main gold forward, and in case BacT decides to go for a forward castle, Tim can still fall back to the secondary gold in the back, and as gods, your infantry is cheaper,
Yeah,
meaning you don't really spend that much gold, so you should be fine if he gets pressured.
Should be fine. Yeah, man. I think this could be a really interesting matchup, and also with those maps, especially for Tim, it's going to be an exciting. Infantry will be nice. Chinese, though, versatile towards the end. Nothing to be underestimated, as we like to say. But it's going to be nice to see how exactly they will approach this situation. Because Goths, I know, maybe Tim will say, you know what, I'll go for Man-at-Arms once again. I'll just hop over here. Tim is on the left, so the right-hand side, there are 2 spots to hop over once again. Wouldn't be surprised if that happens. We'll have to check it out. I'll just hand it over to you once again, hopefully one last time here. Just need to turn on the TV, it seems. There's some issue, and I'll just look for it. Just a second.
Alright, no problem. Yeah, so like I said, Chukunu being a ranged unit, so maybe we will even see BacT using the stone instead of castles. He will make some bombard towers, since Chinese have those. And then that will be quite helpful to sort of hold against the gods, since bombard towers have really high damage, so he can one-shot the infantry. He will definitely go for one castle, since you need conscriptions and those upgrades, but I would say spending your stone on bombard towers would be nice. Both players just pushing deer, getting elephants. But we see Tim now dropping the barracks. So I think he will go for feudal aggression again with men-at-arms and towers. Let's see what time he clicks up. I think he will get loom after this fill and will just do like an 8-minute feudal age. While on the other side, BacT is just going to go for a regular FC. Might even go on stone and go for a castle age for a castle drop. But like I said, he only has one stone inside of his base, and it's to the front of his base. So if Tim gets lucky and scouts out the stone once he gets in feudal age, because then he has enough line of sight to see the stone, BacT could be in trouble when he's pushed off the stone.
Amazing co-caster, man. Amazing co-caster. What I see right now is Tim going for the next stage, like that. Men-at-arms, you probably mentioned that one already. So indeed, what I've said is going to happen, right? With this, well, basically just taken over by hopping over and then pressuring. Question then is, what does BacT want to do against it? Because he wants to go for more conventional approach, it seems. But the Chinese probably wants to go for him. I know, mid-game, but early game, once again, similar situation, Tim pressuring, BacT trying to defend.
And if Tim gets lucky with the line of sight of his scout in feudal age, he might even be able to see the main stone from BacT, but I'm not sure if it would be in range. I think it will be really close to see that stone.
We'll have to see. Yeah, right. Well, for now he's moving forwards. Homo Circuit is saying, just an idea, maybe hide the game loading screen. Dude, I did this for every game. I added 5 games. I even added debate games. 5.1, 5.2, 4.1, 4.2. It's always 5 games plus. So even if it's just two games or whatever, it should be. It's always debate. It's never. It's no spoiler. I faked the amount of games for each matchup. All right. Yeah, DemEyes simply thought of everything here.
DemEyes debate.
DemEyes debate himself. I rather debate myself before I spoil you guys. So here we are. And indeed, the tower hop is real once again. And they're gonna jump over. And what's more, well, they're gonna try to drop another tower to the left, maybe. And then get the berries, get the gold mine. But yeah, the stone here is quite nice for BacT. Can still make use of that one. But yeah, he has no other alternative. He needs to secure
like
it.
I said, Tim was running his scout past the wall, but he wasn't exactly like hugging the wall, so he missed the stone for like 1 tile, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, highly unfortunate. Otherwise, he would know that's really worth it, what he's currently doing, but he's at least moving to the right direction. The men-at-arms are just pressuring the right-hand side, though. They should go to the left-hand side, and he does that. He does that. Why not wall like 3 tiles around the palisades? Well, decisions. Decisions. The men-at-arms are now under pressure. It doesn't look too nice here. Tim needs to be extremely careful. But the tower was a good one. Well, that was quite some lag here. And with that one, he's able to spot the stone. And the fact that the volts are on that stone should maybe give Tim the impression or the correct information that this stone is somewhat valuable, as that's the one being utilized currently. So he should better pressure this stone as much as possible.
Definitely, he has seen the stone that's outside, so he knows if he can pressure him off the stone, he should be in a really good position.
Right. Right.
Now Tim building a second tower, trying to break from the right-hand side, but BacT should have enough stone now to build his defensive tower there, so he should be fine.
Yeah. I just need to ask something here. Right, here we are. Yeah, the guys are just trying some stuff here, and What's happening in the chat? That's really strange stuff. Anyway, so do you think it's going well for Tim, or is it bad? Because he's currently trying to retreat here.
Yeah, I guess Tim isn't really doing the damage he hoped for, but I wouldn't say it's gone terribly, but also not really great, so...
Right, right. Yeah, pretty much, man. I mean, didn't achieve too much with that one. BacT is in a fairly okay situation, has more villagers for now. And yeah, now even has the archer range just in case the men-at-arms would have been successful. And yeah, that's all about it. For now, that's all about it. Looking okay.
Yeah, maybe he will even try to do Siege Tower Hop like he did last game.
Yeah, could be working. Siege Tower Hop. Be cool.
But for now, if he just gets a market and juggles a bit with the gold and the food, he should be able to get a faster castle age than Tim.
Yeah, that's true. The faster castle age is quite crucial in this case. He could do some stuff with that one, and yeah, indeed, it seems like it. The same approach could happen once again. BacT still on stone, just in case. Potentially could even stockpile for a castle. But the archers are in the making. Siege workshop, then hopping over once again would be devastating. Map control wise, the scouts are chasing, at least Tim's scouts chasing the one of BacT. Now we have the engagement. And this is what we have, man. It's just interesting, to say the least. Tower is gonna be built regardless. Both players are trying their best. It's the deciding game.
I guess the tower from Tim is decent because now they will just fight out with each other, and then Tim can just force BacT not to mine stone. So actually that's quite a decent tower.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice. For certain. Because it does deny it for now. And as long as he can keep up the pressure like it, would be bad for BacT. But he is trying to go for something else. First of all, he's trying to batter down this... oh, that's an excellent move with those palisade walls. And now just basically trying to batter down this watchtower. Beautiful stuff. And the archers are also moving out. Currently without fletching, but instead Tim is getting fletching. Interesting. But also Tim is not the one going for the next stage. Looking at his resources, still needs some more before he can do that.
And BacT can even take the stone outside, since now with the archers he has map control, so he should still be fine taking that stone from the outside.
No, seems like it. Archer range for Tim, going for some skirmishes potentially, trying to deal with that situation like that. Okay. Back at home, just trying to compare everything. It's quite similar, just 38 to 40 villagers. KD is better for BacT, or 0. And indeed, some skirmishes with fletching will be quite nice. BacT has it as well. Currently not doing too much with his archers, trying to claim map control, I reckon. Just in case Tim wants to spread out, just having more information on the map is of course beautiful, whereas Tim wants to march forward once again, still doesn't stop with the towers. A real tower fest towards the end of this beautiful matchup between BacT and Tim.
Tim now on the way to Castle Age, even getting a tower on his main goal just to be cautious in case that Siege Tower Hop comes in, but he should be fine. And actually BacT now is building the Siege Workshop forward, so we will see it again probably.
Yeah, I mean, would be nice. I'm quite happy about this kind of strat. It's, I mean, I normally see this with, I know, Vietnamese, for instance, on Arena, they have little choices, then they go for Siege Tower Hop, for instance, with those archers, but every time, with those crossbows in this case, every time it happens, it's actually quite some nice stuff. You just go for some quick raids. You can do this with crossbowmen, you can even do similar stuff with your camel archers for Berbers, for instance. I see that one happening. Just quickly hopping over, ba-boom, ba-boom. It's interesting, to say the least. And,
yeah, and
so.
BacT even has 2 knights, so those skirms won't do that much. And they might even get caught by the Scots. Yeah, you can see them.
Yeah.
Now we see BacT moving in with the siege tower, so he will hop over, but no fletching for him yet. I mean, no botkin for him. Now he just got botkin.
Nah, there he is. Right there. Going for it. The raiding is real, but also the garrisoning is real for Tim. Trying to protect himself adequately. I like it. Is walled at least a slight bit there. Now the vills are getting taken out. Beautiful stuff. Tim doesn't proceed as much, and also now that his opponent is in Castle Age, Mangonels are there to pressure the watchtowers. Tim tries to go for scaleboarding armor at this point. Interesting, but we'll see. I know, I feel that those crossbows could be extremely crucial because there's no sign of any kind of unit. Just the stable here currently producing knights, but will be dangerous. He should not just go in there with 2 knights if he has +1. I feel that at this part where BacT is, he could easily go for a choke point and then even take down those knights, which would be even more of a dramatic thing. But for now, BacT is doing some great stuff, a lot of idle time. We have 14 villagers idle for now for Tim. Doesn't look too healthy, 40 to 48 villagers.
Actually, Tim actually had the resources to build a castle, but because BacT broke, he had to build a tower, and now he's sitting on 549 stone, so even if he buys 100 stone, he will be 1 stone too short to build the castle.
Yeah, indeed. 1 stone short. So toxic. But this is actually well done by BacT. If he just camps to the southwest of Tim's base, no more stone will be possible unless he makes use of the markets. The markets indeed in the making. So this will slow him down for certain. And in the meantime, BacT is able to clean up the mess inside of his own base. So looks really good. Tim, for now, I would say, in the end, I don't want to say it was a clear waste, but he's now with a disadvantage, that's for certain.
Yeah, definitely. BacT on 2 TCs with even add a third. His eco is looking really good. And like you said, he's cleaning up the front. He did some nice damage in Tim's base.
Yeah.
He's going to lose those crossbows, but
Yeah.
they definitely paid off.
They paid off indeed. They killed a couple of vills, they created a lot of idle time. It was justified, for certain. So now we have a neutral situation in which no one is actually annoying anymore, but Tim's still trying something here. What is he doing? Placing those barracks to the back. Interesting. Trying to go for more infantry here. Also still no sign of a castle from him, so he definitely is not interested in this anymore. Just has a spearman in his own barracks there. Interesting, interesting. What else is he going to do? Craving for food. Not a real strong economy that he has. As you said it, BacT has more TCs. And yeah, some stuff happening in the middle. We have the engagement. The crossbowman will take down those knights with +1. And without bloodlines, doesn't look too good.
Yeah, I guess Tim will build a castle at home, and then he has that barracks forward to get anarchy, and then start building some households forward.
Yeah.
But now both players getting their castle up. Also, BacT has a 30C outside of his base on the 2nd stone.
Good spot there, for sure. Just to make use of that one as well. It's going to be way tougher for Tim to pressure his opponent now. So, good luck, really. It's going to be really tough. Tim is now trying to go for some boom, but he is behind now, 49 villagers to 71. Also, still a lot of idols. Now the castle's up. What does it do with that castle? Nothing. For now, nothing, I mean, and it's more stuff from BacT that is currently happening. It's more solids. If Tim makes the slightest mistake, I feel that BacT is gonna punch him really hard for that one. So he needs to be cautious.
BacT even added the 40C, so his eco will just take off completely.
It's gonna be way too tough. Way too tough, I tell you. I mean, he can try, and he is going to try, that's for sure. He'll not just give up here, but BacT has a really good spot. That's the main thing now. Really good spot here, and TC now for Tim, also going up on the front left-hand side of his base. He's trying to reboom as well, but all in all, I know. BacT simply better situation, even marching forward, and this is going to be a forward castle from him as an opening. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Tim is trying to catch up in the boom, but if he looks at the score, he's like 1k behind, so he knows that he's not in the greatest position. And yeah, we see now the forward castle, and Tim can't really stop that because BacT has a nice army of crossbows, even some monks, some chuganos, some knights, so it will just go up.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit too tough, isn't it? It's just, the castle now going up, as I said. The chuganos, I love them. Bit different than Janissaries, of course, but still give me the same kind of impression. Close combat, a lot of damage output, and I know he's gonna try to work with that one, against that one with his Huskarls. Well, he is, but could be mid to late. I know the castle's gonna be up. The pressure is on. The crossbows have hopped over, and from now on, it's gonna be BacT going straight for it. Tim needs to protect himself really properly. If he loses a single villager, that would be really tough, because we're talking about 30 villagers difference already. 24 military to 1. That's gonna be really ugly.
Yeah, and Tim is sort of forced in the position where he has to go full castle age now.
Yeah.
Because he knows my opponent will probably be imp faster, but still saying that gods with full castle age is still really strong, because those Huskarls are quite cheap, and they have a lot of pierce armor, so they can tank arrow fire.
Well, is it going to work for Tim? At least that's the plan here, but I still think that timing-wise, if BacT strikes as soon as possible, it will be sick, but he's waiting for that uptime. He's just going for Castle Age, and then it's going to be Imperial Age for the Castle, and then the Imperial Age, and then, yeah, just attack with trebuchets from the distance.
Yeah, and even the second castle, so
yeah, it's just really, really good.
trying to push that back is going to be hard, and he will go for the infantry line to counter the Huskarls.
No. Looking good. Looking really good here. Yeah, indeed. I mean, BacT wants to go for the infantry line, and that is, I reckon, the best choice. Because, does he have the... Yeah, he knows, he sees the barracks. Alright, so it's just quite obvious for BacT what to do. He just has way more control over the game. Tim completely reactive, if at all. He doesn't even have the time to react, at least. Once he's an Imperial Age, BacT, Tim needs to act really, really fast, and that's easier said than done. At least he has the Gauss with the massive output of infantry, but I know. I have my doubts that it's gonna work.
Tim also added the siege workshop, so most likely gonna be adding some ramps to help with the Huskar push. But yeah, it's gonna be, he's gonna have a short window to do damage, because once he sees BacT hit imp, he will try and rush out, because he knows my opponent will most likely have some sort of counter waiting for me, and I don't really have the time to make him mess up army.
Alright, just let me check something here. Yeah, alright, there we go. So Imperial Age in a few seconds gonna happen. In the back we have a lot of barracks already. Quite some long swordsmen. You're right, so once the champions are in, 200 swordsmen already, very soon, then this is gonna be extremely difficult. He's at least enjoying the time, creating a lot of Huskarls though. For now, 22 military to 32. Still 40 villages difference of economy. It's really, really a lot. So the thing about that one is, if Tim loses his army, he will not be able to reinforce the way that BacT can do it. And from there on, it's going to be a one-way ticket to hell. BacT, easy chance for him actually. If he just plays it correctly without making a major mistake, he is actually destined to win this one with that kind of position that he is in. But you never know. Tim is extremely strong. He could have a trick that he's going to
BacT
utilize.
can stop the push from Tim, then he should most likely win it. Also, BacT has been collecting relics, so he will have 4 relics in his base, even 5 soon.
There we go. Those guards are now on the way. This could be the final engagement. I'm just saying, because that's all the army that he has. They're taking already a lot of damage here. I mean, not too much, of course, as they're Huskars, but you have the engagements. You said it. He's not given too much time, so he knows that he needs to spread out right now, and it's going to happen. We have the engagement. A lot of longswordsmen are there trying to get down those Huskars. A lot of Huskars that we're talking about. It's going to be a bit too aggressive here, you would say. BacT is trying to get everything under control, and looking actually quite good. So many Huskars still.
Yeah, it's looking even.
Looking really even. But
Two-handed coming in soon.
yeah. But then again, reinforcement rate. There's no home advantage if there are enemy barracks in front of your base. And with that one, of course, the Huskars are now crumbling. This looked really good at the first moment, and now it is time for BacT to make use of Imperial Age. He has a 200 swordsman already. He has +2 finally for his infantry. The battering rams will not achieve anything anymore. The question is, will Tim prepare another set of units here? It's not possible, and this is GG.
Yeah, GG.
GG. Beautiful.
Well played from BacT.
Well played. Dude, we have to keep in mind, he was behind 2-0. Now it's 3-2. He won those games in a row. Wow. Strong gameplay by the Vietnamese player. Incredible
Power
stuff.
of the Siege Tower hop.
Power of the Siege Tower hop, man. Mark Belgium's voice here. Mark his words, and yeah, just keep in mind, guys, you can win even if it looks quite grim for you. 2-0 behind. Then the upcoming 3 games, all won. Really consistent gameplay, but both players actually delivered a good fight here. Tim had really strong early games. The first game that he played was, I mean, incredible. I thought, okay, 3-0 or what? But no, BacT said, no.